Today, Grand Theft Auto 6 is probably going to be one of the biggest games ever.
Probably.
And it's coming out really soon, this year, finally. But we have to ask ourselves, is this game actually coming to a Switch 2? And we're going to settle it today by doing a big debate and finally answering that question if we think it's coming or not.
Yeah, we're doing
a Nintendo platform.
Old school debate. These go back to our Nintendo Minute days. I can't believe they let us do these.
Oh.
Remember we were doing, it was like first-person Metroid or 2D Metroid. We're going to duke it out.
But it's like a fun...
I don't know, it's like you're kind of putting down the other one when you're making these arguments.
Oh. No one knew.
Nobody
knew.
Nobody
was paying attention.
Nobody was paying attention. These days, you never have a chance. But yes, it is this interesting question of like, hey, this is a big platform. This game costs a lot of money. You could probably make some of that money back on a Switch 2.
Well, don't do the arguments now.
We have some very compelling arguments on either side. We have chosen sides. We've been given sides.
We've been given sides. Because you can really go either way.
Don't be wishy-washy. And we're going to get to the bottom of it by crowning a winner and a loser.
At the end of the debate, we've all been assigned sides, obviously, but at the end of the debate, we'll be telling the good people what we actually think, right?
Yes.
Whether or not it's... We personally believe.
That'll make you feel better after you lose the debate.
I don't think so, sir.
Thank you to our Patreon subscribers. Check us out at patreon.com/Kit Krysta. They're getting this week a doozy of a story time about the 10-year anniversary of Pokemon Go and what it was like to be inside Nintendo as that was happening.
Yes, the untold story of Pokemon Go had some interesting twists and turns in 2016. 2016 was kind of a big year, is what I'm coming to realize.
The turning point.
Yes, looking back at all of these big things that happened in 2016, our previous story time was about the Breath of the Wild E3. Also, in 2016, at the same time as that was happening, that was a big thing. Pokemon Go was even a bigger thing, culturally, phenomenally. And there were some drama that happened inside Nintendo with the Pokemon company that I don't think anyone knows about.
Yeah.
That we talk about in our story time, which was a fun thing for us to remember. And just a fun moment in time to look back on.
I mean, Pokemon Go is still very big. It's not what it was. And especially it's gotten a little bit weird over the last couple years because the ownership change happened. There was the whole thing of have we been feeding information to some random militaries around that were what has been happening with even all of that.
All of those things are true, probably.
But it is very fun to look back 10 years later, and I've seen a lot of other people starting to do that, and I think they have some big official Pokemon stuff happening this week as well.
Yeah, there was some sort of Go Fest happening this week for the anniversary. I think
this is something that really is worth everybody remembering.
Yes, and it's an enduring thing that again, it's not as big as it was when it first launched in 2016, obviously. But it is an enduring thing that is still popular these days.
So our Patreon subscribers are getting that this week. Another enduring thing is Sony's decision to end physical games. And we have a video from late last week going in depth on that. And people have been asking, because since then, Sony had not been posting anything on social. They kind of been going dark.
They're all silent.
And people have been saying, how do you do it? What are you going to do? And they're back at it as of today, as of us. They have returned. They have a post about this fight stick.
That's a physical thing.
It's kind of a nothing post, but they're getting, as they say, ratioed to heck.
Oh, they're getting ratioed. Oh, no.
49,000 responses versus 7,000 likes.
I would say that if I was at Sony, which seems like it'd be pretty tough right now, this is probably the best thing you could post because at least this is a physical good.
Huh?
It's a physical thing.
Oh, yeah. We're all feeling so much better now.
I don't think it's going to make it better. I'm just saying, it's better than them posting something else that's, at least this is a physical product.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people debating.
I don't know.
I've seen people debating, how do you do it? And, we've been in similar positions where we've been in the midst of some fan backlash and... The fact is,
you just move on.
If you are not going to change your mind or you're not going to change your position, you just kind of have to keep going. And you have to endure the angry comments because, all right, there's 49,000 comments on this. The next one will be less. The next one will be less. And eventually you're kind of close to where you were before. There will always
Yeah.
be people who are upset about something of this magnitude. I am not endorsing the thing that they did, but the show, if you are them, the show must go on, and we have other things to talk about.
And they planned this so that they gave themselves
a
some
long weekend
runway
here,
as well, because it's like, well, eventually we are going to have some important news that we want people to actually
Yeah, we got a Wolverine game
not
coming out
be
in
distracted by
couple months.
by the physical
Right.
stuff that's causing a lot of consternation and anger and whatever else. Eventually they're going to need people to pay attention to real announcements.
Yeah.
So they gave themselves a runway to do that. That's marketing. That's how you do it.
But beyond this, somebody
yeah.
from Sony is going to have to speak to another human being and get asked the question. So it will be interesting to see
The next
what they say
interview.
then, or some like investor or something or other.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when it'll be interesting.
They got statements.
What
they got
follow up and say.
They got so many.
Or who knows? Like
statements.
there's all these other studios. Who knows? Maybe one of these studios gets caught, saying something that's not completely in support. Or people were looking at like the Naughty Dog Twitter banner that had just this like fan of discs. Like, oh, they're speaking out. They're raging against the machine.
Oh boy.
I did go.
Yikes.
I did go to a mall that had a GameStop in it recently after this happened, and I went inside just to check it out. That's a big occasion when I go into a GameStop because I don't like GameStop. It was popping in there, and I think this was one of the reasons.
Like, better stock up
I'm like,
now.
I better get a physical game. I'm interested in a physical game. I wanted to go to one of our usual retro game stores. It was closed for the holiday, for 4th of July. But this filthy GameStop was still open, and I was surprised at the turnout.
So in our video, we talked a lot about around the reaction to this physical games going away thing. We talked a lot about how Sony's looking at it is really incorrect because they're basically like missing out on that like collector's mentality for physical games. And we got a lot of comments that was in support of that, obviously, but we also got a lot of comments that I'm really curious about because this isn't a behavior that I don't do, is the resale market.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm really curious about like when you buy, let's say you buy like a brand, let's say you buy Wolverine,
Yeah.
brand new game, full price, you buy a physical version of that, and then you go and sell it back.
Once you're done.
How much do you get back?
Depends where you do it.
Like, is it more than half? Is it like 10%? Is it
Depends
like,
how quickly you do it. I mean, usually it's not a great deal.
Okay.
But if you're pressed for money, if you're like somebody in college or something, it's like, yeah, this is kind of how I'm keeping this whole hobby going.
But it's enough money so that you can do that. Is that kind of the idea here?
It's better than nothing if it's a single player game and you've finished it.
Right.
And
Right.
it's like,
I'm just wondering, what is the percentage?
I don't have an interest in doing this.
In collecting this.
That's why. This is what I did when I was younger, and I learned. It's like touching the hot stove, and now I have all these regrets. But some people don't care. Some people are like, yeah, I'm truly never coming back to this.
Yeah,
I finished
yeah.
it. So I get it. It sucks.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's again a behavior that I was not doing. So I don't know like what the market value is for used resale games.
We gotta have a video where we take you out in the real world and we do real world stuff and we just see the stars in your eyes. That's how it works?
I don't want to.
Oh.
I like it
People
here.
go to a grocery store and
I
buy
go to a grocery
food
store.
and they cook it themselves?
I do cook.
And they don't get chauffeured to work? I'm so interested in this.
I drive a Toyota Yaris.
You don't drive it.
A 2006
you got a guy with white gloves and one of those hats driving you
Toyota
in
Yaris?
every single day. Yes.
His name is Mario.
I wonder, like, maybe people can let us know, like, because I do, like, the people who have, like, forget the GameStops. If you own a retro game store or used game store, like, this is a really bad sign. Like, how are they feeling about this? What are they thinking about it?
Have the value of it's like that thing where it's like you have a market of scarcity or a market of, like trend.
Right.
So like potentially what's going to happen is physical games will become a market of scarcity because there's not going to be
there's less and less and they get older and older.
They get older and more rare. So
Yeah.
maybe if you're a game store, you should collect all those rare, scarce things now and then just sell them for like, 20x the
I don't know,
price.
it feels like eventually, though, you're kind of going to be in a bad place where it's like, oh,
Or it just recycles.
it's just the same stuff. Like
It's recyclable.
Every
Recyclable.
generation you get new stuff coming in.
I have heard, and this is another, we're real far from where we need to be, but I do want to share this really quick. I recently read this article, and I was thinking about this because of the physical game stuff, is Elvis memorabilia has...
Wow.
This is related, I swear.
Is this what you're into now?
No. Has completely plummeted
Why?
in value.
Oh no, Elvis.
Because all of these millennials now have parents that have aged and passed on.
Right.
So they're cleaning out their parents' basement.
And they have no connection to Elvis.
And first of all, the younger generations have no connection to Elvis. And the market is being flooded with Elvis memorabilia being cleaned out from the boomers' attics because they have died, basically.
Yeah.
So, like, fast forward 50 years, whatever.
Sure.
We're dead. And, the next generation is cleaning out they're cleaning out your basement, which has tons of Nintendo powers and physical games.
Straight
and
into the dumpster,
and then the market is now flooded. But the newer generation... they never even had this because they had a digital-only PS10 or whatever.
Well, that's a dark reminder at the top of the podcast.
So, what happens?
I don't know. We have our Adventures of Elliot spoiler cast coming also for Patreon. We're going to be recording that later this week. We both finished the game. It's great. We loved it.
Oh my God, this game is incredible.
We have a cool question from Patreon about that later, but otherwise our lips are sealed.
Yes, we have not
on the Adventures of Elliot until we do this spoiler
about it with
cast.
each other.
No.
At all.
No. We've already been having some deliberations about the August. I can't believe it's still like the beginning of July.
But I gotta think about it. August we're gonna be busy because we're gonna go to Gamescom.
But we have been having some deliberations about that, so we'll let you know when we figure something out. When there's a puff of smoke coming out of Kit and Krysta headquarters.
Okay, exciting stuff.
All right, you're sweating. You got the flop sweat going already. I can tell you're nervous
about
about
this
this
I'm so
debate.
calm, so chill.
You get a small reprieve because we have to shout out our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Factor.
Wow.
And eating healthy, I think a lot of people say they want to eat healthy and deep down in their heart they want to, but a lot of it comes down to like the logistics because there's so many things to juggle. There's like legitimate like skills involved in cooking that you may not have, and that's where Factor comes in. It's like, all right, you have the nutritionally balanced meal, tastes delicious, properly portioned, and it gets sent right to your house.
Yeah, I think the idea of wanting to eat healthy is greatly overshadowed by your need for convenience and just in the day-to-day life of you trying to just get something in your stomach and get something done. It's like, well, at some point I'm just going to choose the easy option, and that easy option is not always the healthiest option. But Factor can be your easy option now, which is so nice. And these meals are never frozen. They are crafted by chefs and dietitians. They also go you can really customize it to whatever type of diet you're doing as well. So if you want to do keto, if you are doing lean proteins, all veggie.
This is a fact.
Nice.
We've had Factor as a sponsor for a very long time, and we love them. This is new. Factor has banned 175 plus ingredients.
Oh yeah.
No artificial colors or sweeteners, no high fructose corn syrup, no refined seed oils.
Those seed oils are really bad for you. I just learned that recently.
That's great. I didn't know that.
Yeah. The refined oils have a lot of chemicals in
them. I've
Yeah,
been hearing about that.
Yeah, so they really are careful about the stuff they put into all those meals, which is great.
So many choices, over 100 rotating weekly meals, so you find something you're gonna love. Okay, head to factormeals.com/KitandKrysta50 off and use code KitandKrysta50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 2026. See website for more details.
I'll put the link right over here and a QR code for you to scan, and also in the description below.
Okay.
All right.
Before we debate,
I
would like to just briefly do the history of Rockstar and Nintendo. Just to kind of set the table, so people know, what is the relationship of these companies?
It's a little tumultuous.
And there's, you might think it's not a perfect fit, but there have been over the years maybe more Rockstar games, and specifically Rockstar games that have this kind of more M-rated edge to them than you might think. So the original GTA games, those top-down ones, you ever play those?
Yes.
Yeah, those are
love
interesting.
those. Those are the ones that got me into the series.
There was one of those on the Game Boy Color. There was on the Game Boy Advance. Manhunt 2, who can remember that? That was on the Wii.
Boy.
That was a whole big to-do. Bully was on the Wii. GTA Chinatown Wars.
Yes.
That was kind of an interesting turning point because that was a pretty big deal of them making an original exclusive game for us, for Nintendo.
Yeah.
And Nintendo really did go out of their way to put that out into the world, and it just didn't. It didn't happen for that game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that game is really cool.
But it just wasn't like, it
Like
didn't take off.
If you have an opportunity to play Chinatown Wars, like you should really do it. Like it's a really interesting, really good game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Just didn't hit.
not the right game
Did
at the
not
right
hit.
time for the right audience,
The
unfortunately.
DS has a very strange audience.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then they basically sat out the Wii U generation.
Like many others.
And I remember some conversations with the PDR team during that time of like, we got to do everything we can
Yes.
to get them back
They
on
wanted
board.
to court them.
Yeah.
They courted them.
They did.
And they spent a lot of time courting them.
Yes. Good news, the butt kissing worked. They came back on the Switch, Red Dead Redemption. There's the first Red Dead, we should say, not the second one. And there's a Switch 2 version of that, LA Noire, the big GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition that came to the Switch. No GTA 5, no GTA 4 either. So now we're left to wonder, well, what's going to happen now
Yep.
in this new era, this new generation, and specifically with GTA 6. So for this debate, you are taking the side of yes,
Yes.
GTA 6 will be coming to the Switch 2, and I am taking the position of no, it will not.
That's right.
Now, when you say yes, you don't mean like, do you mean on November whatever?
No, I do not.
You just mean at some point
Yes.
in the generation.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. I do not believe this game is going to
That's
come.
fine. Yeah,
come
it's
to
good to
Switch 2 day and
it's
date.
good to be clear about what we're saying here.
On November 19th.
Yeah, I think that ship
I
has
think
sailed.
that ship has sailed
Yes.
big time. So that's just unreasonable to even argue, right?
Yes.
So
All right. Oh, we're gonna.
I need like a privacy screen, like when you take a test. Cheating.
When we did
Looking at my paper.
recently, I introduced you to the great sports show called First Take.
Oh my God, amazing
Which
stuff.
is like on ESPN, and it's just these talking heads absolutely yelling at each other,
We
and
should totally.
your jaw like dropped.
Well, we can't say those words on this podcast.
Put the camera on me right now.
He didn't
And
say
they're
that.
getting like
He said something
they're
else.
getting real fired up.
Yeah.
Stephen A, I'm gonna set you right. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah, they're like spitting at each other. It's crazy.
Getting
It's
red in the face,
face,
like ripping
yeah.
out of his shirt.
Yeah, veiny,
Yeah.
you know. We won't be doing that. We'll be very civilized.
Maybe.
Although I would love to. That would be an unhinged.
You would love to do that?
I would love to do that. I would love to say like a swear word at
Okay.
some point
Wow.
in my life.
All right. Well, why don't you get us started then, since you're so eager to go?
Yes. So again, like you said, I'm on the side of GTA 6 is coming to Switch 2 at some point. And I think just setting up this argument with one opening line, which is there are no more impossible ports on a Switch 2. There's so many examples of things that are possible. There's so many examples, especially in the Switch 2 generation already, even though we're early in the generation of people, third-party publishers bringing their games to this Nintendo platform, done in a really good way. These ports look great. A lot of times, like our good friend Capcom, they brought these ports day and date to a Switch 2. And yes, you know, there's kind of varying degrees of performance and visual, the visuals may look a little different, but all in all, these are great ports that we've all enjoyed and played, and so there's really no like argument against like, oh well, it's just not going to work. You know, this is an impossible port. That's not true anymore. So that's the foundation that we're going to be working from here.
Okay.
There's going to be other factors, obviously, involved in the decision making of whether or not.
Just that you can do it. We can do it.
Yeah, it's just at the base
Sure.
level. We've seen it. It's been proven time and time again. You know, there's nothing impossible.
Yeah.
that there's no game that really can't come to a Switch 2.
Okay. Well, my gosh, you might have me there, because look, the first thing I wrote down is the days of impossible ports are over. So I actually agree with you there. And we've seen all these games where the devs do the work, and it's surprisingly good. We got Assassin's Creed, we got Cyberpunk. Like the list is already pretty long, like a year into this. And if you think of any company that has the resources to put it in there and the talent and all of that to make it happen, it's Rockstar. But I have a bigger question, which is who is buying Grand Theft Auto 6 on a Switch 2? I don't think there's an audience for this game on a Switch 2. And if this is supposed to be the biggest launch of all time, they're not going to put it on a platform where it's not going to skyrocket to number one and be number one for months, if not years. It's like when we had that conversation about Nintendo doing a baseball game. Like, why don't they return to a baseball game? They have a very similar thing. It's like, if we're probably going to have to launch this in Europe, and then we're going to have a Mario game that's like a dud. Like, Chris String's going to do his tweet on a Sunday night, oh, the UK charts are out. and Mario Baseball's at the bottom. Like, that's not what we are. That's not what we do. So it's like, why bother? There seems to be just, when you talk about GTA 6, like whether it was on the platform or not, just apathy. It's like, we just talked about what we were saying. We made you a custom game on Nintendo DS. We all went out to do everything we could to make it a hit. It tanked. What's different this time? Nintendo DS sold about as many. It's not like the DS was a small platform. It's not like it was an unsuccessful platform. What's the difference? And it's like, yes, we did mention all of these great games, these third-party ports, but which of those has been a big sales success? I don't know. I'm not sure that they've been major duds, but like nobody's coming out to trumpet of like, oh yes, Resident Evil on the Switch 2, that was the number one version, or like, oh, Cyberpunk on the Switch 2 has revitalized the franchise, or something like that. That hasn't happened. So it's great that they're there, but they just don't seem to be like where the fans are flocking to play those games. And GTA 5's been around for 15 years. GTA 4's been around for almost 20 years. Those games never came to any Nintendo platform. And it's not because it's not possible, but it's because Rockstar did not see an audience for these games on that platform, because they don't think anybody's going to care. So the flip side of that is like, all right, well, if we don't do a Switch 2 version, we can take all of those resources and pump them into the versions that we know where people are going to buy these. People have historically bought these, and make that game as good as it can be. And post-launch is going to be all of this online stuff. That's going to be complicated. That's going to be hard. Let's make that as strong as it can be, because this is a game we want to be popular for the long term.
Do you think that Rockstar is only interested in the current player base that they have? Because I think the opportunity they have bringing this game to a Nintendo platform is that they get to expand their audience. And I think that's the sort of priority that some of these other big publishers are seeing. We saw, obviously, Capcom is totally all in on this. They recognize that when they put Resident Evil Requiem on a Switch 2, that it's probably not going to be their best-selling platform, but absolutely it's going to bring new players into the franchise. And if you are Rockstar, I think you're very interested in... This audience is massive. There's nobody that can argue against that, obviously. That the GTA 6 audience is already huge, but Rockstar is still interested in growing that audience no matter how big it is. They're still interested in getting new players in. They're interested in maybe reaching a different kind of player. They're interested in reaching a different age bracket, potentially, a different, just a different kind of player than they have. They want to expand their audience, and I think a lot of these third-party publishers see the value of audience expansion on a Nintendo platform. I mean, the Switch and now the transition Switch 2 audience is massive. It's like 150 million people.
Sure.
Massive. That's not a small number to ignore. And whether or not it's going to be a best-selling platform for them, it won't be. There's still a segmentation, a percentage of that audience that you currently do not have at all
Yeah.
doing what you're doing on these other platforms that you're going to be potentially reaching. And that might still be valuable to Rockstar, And like if you think about your argument about, they want to make this a game that's just not going to be like a game of 2026. It's going to be a game that you're going to be playing for a really long time. They need to build that player base as big as possible on as many platforms as possible. So like whoever is interested in playing this game can get into the ecosystem and then stay there long term. So, I mean, whether or not the biggest percentage of players are going to be on a Nintendo platform is sort of irrelevant. It's like, can you get new players to come into your ecosystem through these other avenues? Switch to being a platform being one of them? I think that answer is pretty definitively a yes, and I think if the answer is yes, then Rockstar is pretty interested.
All right, well, you've convinced me that they need to put the game on the iPhone then. That's what you've convinced me.
Why not?
Which is, there's no bigger platform than phones.
Why not?
And those are global. And yeah,
put it on as many platforms as you can.
These highest end phones can probably, who knows? You could
literally put it out.
You could probably get a version of GTA running on a phone and all of that.
Think about the Asian market if you got it on a
mobile device. Asian market, yes.
Who loves to play their mobile games.
Great.
You could really monetize there. You really could.
All right.
You really could.
Not the reaction I was expecting.
On as many
I think one of your follies here is comparing Rockstar to any other company, because we know they really do have a lot in common with Nintendo. And in the case of those two companies doing business together, it is the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object, where everybody is stubborn, everybody is set in their ways, everybody thinks they are right, everybody has decades of success to back up everything that they are going to say. They're uncompromising.
What do they need to compromise
everything
on?
That they
what
do.
What does Rockstar need to compromise on? What would Nintendo ask of them that they need to compromise on?
We'll get there. And they don't change their mind. And they don't. Neither side. Like if something came up, nobody's going to change their mind. Nobody's going to change anything. And all these external pressures. It's like, yeah, who cares? We're going to do what we're going to do. Look at our track record. It's great. And Nintendo really is unique in gaming from that perspective. But they have met their match when it comes to Rockstar, which is a company that does things almost to an even more extreme degree. Like they're so controlling, opportunistic, uncompromising. Like, we talk about how crazed Nintendo is about leaks, and we know Rockstar is as well. And I had this story from very early in my career where the agency that I started at before I joined, they actually did do a bit of work on GTA Vice City. And at the E3, where they were going to be revealing some new stuff for Vice City, I guess some of those screenshots leaked.
Oops.
And the person who was that head of the agency was with one of the top people at Rockstar at the time.
And
the guy, he was like, "It's the bloody Hindenburg!" And like this guy was like blowing his stack, like to agree. It's like, all right, we know Nintendo's mad. We know they don't like them. Like there was nobody screaming, "It's the Hindenburg."
Well, they might be.
In the E3 booth.
Well.
I
think they were.
Well, that speaks to how similar these two companies are. And Rockstar, okay, so here's where they're going to need to ask Nintendo to do something. They're putting all their pressure on all the platforms, all the partners for GTA 6. Did you see this PS5 home screen takeover that they have been doing for this game? Where when you boot up your PS5 and you get like your whole screen is like inundated with the GTA 5 logo. They don't even do this for first-party games. It's hilarious. It's like,
what first-party game do they have?
It's like, wow.
First of all,
like forget it. Like they're not going to be.
Have?
They're not going to be doing that for Wolverine.
Do it for whatever they can get.
They could have done that for Conquered.
Shoot.
They do have a special marketing arrangement with Sony, but I think that they're really expecting any partner that's involved in the GTA 6 business to back over, kiss the ring, do literally anything that they ask. And what do you think is going to happen when Rockstar makes a request that is maybe a little bit more like a demand to Nintendo? Let me promise you, they're not going to be flying to Kyoto and deep bowing to anybody. They're going to be like, here's what you need to do.
I feel like prior to the Switch 2 generation, this argument that you're making right now would make more sense. But now that we're in the Switch 2 generation, where third-party games have become such a pillar of the Switch 2 business for Nintendo, and we saw this ever since launch. It's like, let's be real, the first-party games are only okay. They're like, we got Donkey Kong Bonanza, great. That's like probably the biggest.
Well, how do you think Mr. Takahashi is going to react when in the big, board of directors meeting, it was like, oh my gosh, we have to decide what to do with Rockstar. They're demanding, X, Y, and Z.
But I don't think
you think he's going to be down with that?
I think he might be down with it. I think that the licensing team, the partnership team, is going to be like, you better get down.
Who has the power there?
You better get down with
Who has the power there?
Furukawa's going to want to get down with this.
I'm sure the PDR team would be doing backflips.
You want to sell some Switch 2s? You're raising the prices? You feel like selling these things or what?
Unfortunately, John Vignacchi doing a backflip doesn't get the thing done.
He's going to crush his hand into submission. John Vignacchi has...
That's a deep cut about John Vignacchi.
Deep cut about John, who's on the Nintendo of America partnerships team. Anyways, deep cut about him. We love John Vignacchi.
And here's another thing.
No, I'm not done. So I feel like prior to the Switch 2 generation, that would be like maybe an argument. Like, yes, Nintendo's very prideful, very, controlling about the thing. But no, in the Switch 2 generation, they really are dependent on these third-party games. Like, so much more than they were in the past. They need them to build out this
Dependent
library.
for what? They got a first-party game every month.
Those are the games that are not the AAA releases that Nintendo used to be putting
That's
out.
a self-report on you.
Nintendo needs time. They need more time to make the Mario 3D Marios. They need more time to make a 3D
Well, then
Zelda.
what good does GTA 6 in 2032 do?
It's not going to be 2032.
When is it coming then?
Probably 2027.
We got Mario coming in 2027.
We don't know that. That's not been announced.
That's what we've heard.
This is a game that's coming out.
On a Switch 2? Has it been announced on a Switch 2?
That is at least already ready to come out on another platform. The porting is not as hard as like we're going to make a new game from scratch. So I feel like Nintendo is more than happy. And we just talked about how much butt was kissed when we were trying to...
By John Vignacchi.
We were trying to repair the relationship with Rockstar. There was a lot of butt kissing then. And I think that Nintendo is going out of their way right now to court, to support, to really attract these high-end third-party publishers to the Switch 2 platform. That's like a thing that's a huge part of the business strategy for Switch 2 is like, no, not only do we need to make this a long generation for Nintendo first party, but we need to convince everyone that this is a thing that is, able to play this current generation of games. The biggest games are also available on this platform. That is a business strategy that Nintendo is so dedicated to right now for Switch 2 that I think they would be going out of their way, honestly, to make sure that...
This is the old guard.
That eShop...
It's the same people.
That eShop GTA6 takeover, put that on that top shelf. Featured.
eShop takeover.
Featured shelf.
Maybe we get an NSO takeover.
Get a cute little featured
shelf.
shelf.
After we can bump the latest Tetris 99 cup or whatever.
You can do like a cute little like GTA 6 banner, and then you can do like all the other GTA games that are available on a Switch.
Yeah, we can give you 30 minutes before we need to highlight the next weekly drop of Nintendo music.
Here comes the partner
Mario
direct.
Kart World.
Here comes the partner direct.
Oh, we have a partner direct. Wow, great.
This is Rockstar.
Great. We don't want to do that, actually.
No, actually,
we actually hate those. I don't think Rockstar wants anything to do with a Nintendo Direct.
I think they would love.
I don't think they
do.
Nintendo
Direct.
I don't think they do.
I think
I'm going to say something that you know is true. At some point, somebody at Nintendo in a place of power is going to be annoying about this. So, like, do we really want? We haven't even seen the depraved, crazy stuff that's in GTA 6.
Nobody cares about that anymore.
We've seen a very basic, sanitized look at this game. There's going to be some crazy stuff in this game. We haven't even seen that yet. And at some point...
So, other M-rated games are on Switch?
What
about the depraved Cyberpunk?
Censored.
Cyberpunk is not censored.
Depraved looking at a black gar.
No.
A black bar of this guy's crotch.
Cyberpunk has a full-on sex scene that is not censored. That was a launch game for Switch 2.
I don't know.
Launch game.
Dispatch.
Launch game.
Sorry.
That was a...
Listen.
That was way worse than Dispatch.
When we launched the GTA trilogy, there were people in that office who were like, "Oh no, we can't."
But they launched it.
We can't have GTA on. At some
Nobody
point,
cares about those whiny little people. They
at
don't
some
care.
point, at some point, somebody's going to be annoying about this, and they're like,
Yeah,
"Why?"
they can be annoying. Fine.
But if you're
it's not going to stop them
if you're
from bringing the
Rockstar
game over.
if they don't want to in the first place, if you hear about this, like you don't even want this thing. Nobody's on board with
Rockstar
this.
is not going to hear about the internal meeting of some whiny little brat.
I need 1,010% commitment from you to do literally everything.
And John Vinyaki's going to give that to
and
them.
you say, I need you to market this more than you market 3D Mario. I need you to market this.
Well, there is no 3D Mario, so
I need you to
they can
market this
definitely
more
do
than
that.
you market Ocarina. I need you to market this bigger than
They haven't done any marketing
bigger
for
than
Ocarina,
any
so
first-party game.
literally anything at this point would be bigger than that.
Nintendo, I need to know that your co-marketing for GTA 6 is going to be bigger than any first-party marketing campaign you will have in that calendar year.
Once again,
will they do it?
Probably.
I don't think so.
I think so. First of all, they haven't really marketed anything at all. They've done, okay, here. They can do a GTA 6 Treehouse Live, the most sanitized Treehouse Live you could ever imagine.
Full body shutters out of this.
Will be a GTA 6 Treehouse Live.
Okay, let me ask you another question. If this was going to happen, and we already agreed it's not happening in November.
No, I don't think it's happening.
Why not? Why not? Why is it not coming out in November? Because the first wave is focused on consoles, which is going to include the Xbox Series S, which is interesting because before we said, are we sure that this version of the game is actually happening? And now that they have proceeded with pre-orders, it's like, yeah, I think a lot of people who have a Series S have put down money for this game. So do you agree that the Series S version is happening?
I think so.
Yes. So then why isn't this, if the whole argument is it's capable, it can run, if it runs on a Series X and run on a Switch 2, then why isn't it on there?
Is it deck verified?
Where is it?
It's
not coming to PC.
That's probably why
They haven't announced it for PC.
That's probably what they're waiting for.
What?
They're going to announce it for PC.
Why?
They're going to get deck verified because they have to make sure it works in the handheld.
It runs on a Series S. That's what everybody says. That's what I keep hearing. That's what you told me.
They probably have to just work out a few other kinks because it's a handheld.
Like what?
I don't know.
I don't think you should get into these technical arguments.
I'm not a developer. I don't know, but I'm sure that just takes
Great
time.
argument. I don't know.
I'm not a developer, but I'm saying that I think that there are some technical hurdles. I don't think we can deny that. This game is
to get it running on a Series S.
A beautiful, huge game.
To get it running on a Series S.
Rockstar wants it.
So what's the difference?
What if they want to put in some cool Switch 2 features?
Mario can run around?
Mouse mode?
We need another year to get a mouse.
We need a mouse mode. Yeah, you don't know. They could be that into Nintendo. Nintendo could be that into them.
Wow.
Be like, you know what? We'll give you a little time.
All right.
We're going to market this game to heck with you. We're going to be such great partners with each other. We're just dancing together around the maypole. It's going to be great. We're going to put in some really nice Switch 2 features.
Maypole,
And we will be giving this game like a second life. After this big launch, what we're looking for is like you said, we want this game to be a long-term game for us. We're playing the long game on the marketing for this. So when it eventually comes to Switch in 2027, maybe in the summer of that year, we can have like another little marketing beat. And that will be its own beat that we can focus on a Nintendo platform. We don't have to share the spotlight with a dirty Xbox Series S or a silly PS5 or
Sounds
whatever.
Sounds like something Nintendo would love. I don't know why Rockstar needs that.
Well, they're
going to be the biggest. Just juice that launch of the biggest launch ever.
They're just talking to each other. There's opportunities. There's different opportunities.
Get those 100,000 copies you're going to sell on the Switch too.
Rockstar can be convinced. I'm sure it's like, okay, you're at the launch. You're focused on the audience that you already have, this massive audience that you're already very versed in reaching through all of your current marketing activities and all of your current launch activities. Give it a couple of months, and then we can give it its own dedicated beat for Nintendo.
Nobody cares about a beat.
You care about making money.
All right, you got nervous talking about a Series S, so we're going to keep going down that path.
I'm not nervous.
There is a big distinction between the Switch 2 and the Series S that might be the ultimate problem for this game, and that is the internal storage.
Okay.
Internal storage of a Switch 2 is 256 gigabytes. Internal storage of a Series S is 512 gigabytes. Would you bet your life that the file size of GTA 6 could fit on the internal storage of a Switch 2?
I don't know, get an SD card.
So anybody who wants to play this game on a Switch 2
already has one.
No, they don't. Needs to spend $100 to get a 512 gig SD card?
That seems very reasonable. You probably already have one.
This is why we're taking you to the grocery store. This is why I'm taking you out on the street with the normal human beings. Like I do every day.
Delete all your other stuff to install GTA 6. I'm sure you want to. I'm sure it'll be fine.
No, if you deleted every single thing, would you bet your life that it would still fit on there?
I think it would fit.
Based on what?
Just based on knowing things.
So it's just like this is just like such a like non-starter. It's like if the game doesn't fit, if you're required, if you have to put a big banner on the game that's like, hey, buy this $100.
That's a lot of conjecture. You don't know if the game will fit or not.
Buy this $100 SD card.
That's not what they said.
Then it's like, well, this is just dead from DOA. This is DOA.
But you don't know that.
This is DOA.
Your argument is
you wouldn't bet your life.
I would bet my life.
Oh boy. Maybe you shouldn't do that.
You don't know that. You don't know how what that download size is.
But we're gonna find out.
We are gonna find out. And I don't think that's gonna be an issue. I don't think that's gonna be an issue at all.
All right.
Here comes the game key card, though.
A game key card doesn't matter.
I'm just kidding.
It doesn't matter.
But it's gonna be a game key card.
Don't tell beat 'em ups.
You know what's cool is that there's not even a physical disc.
Yeah.
You know, for GTA 6.
It doesn't even fit on a Blu-ray. It's that big.
But they can have a physical edition with a Switch 2 because they can.
Because you can do a game key card.
Put a game key card.
I don't think.
Can I hold up a box? That's fun. That's their next marketing beat.
Wow.
Look at that's in a store, on the shelf.
All right. What other lame arguments have? I'm ready to wrap this up.
I'll wrap it up with my very last argument.
Oh, your closing argument.
Which is probably the most important argument of all, and I don't think anyone can debate this argument.
What is it?
They want to make money.
Okay.
Everybody wants to make money. Okay, this game has cost them a fortune.
We need to sell these 100,000 copies.
This game cost them a fortune to make, and we've talked so much to death about how this industry is just like in a place where it's like you just need to recoup those costs or else you're just gonna go under. There's just no other. You're being shutting down studios if you do not recoup these costs. That is like everyone's number one priority.
How am I recouping costs if I'm moving heaven and earth to get this thing running on a Switch 2 and I'm selling 100,000 copies?
But you don't know that for sure. You know, these quote impossible ports are possible. Many other people have brought huge games
bow down to the DLSS.
Switch 2. Go for it. I don't care. Do whatever you need to do. I'm not here to judge. Do whatever you need to do. People have done it. Hundreds of examples of games that are huge and beautiful and, oh my gosh, this could only run on the highest end, whatever, has run on a Switch 2 and it looks fine. It looks great. Performance is fine. Performance is great. So guess what? 150 million people? You want to tap into the audience to give you money? To give you some dollars and cents to recoup your gigantic development budget that you sank into this game for like the last 15 years or whatever it was? You should probably do it. They probably want to do it. I mean, that's a very easy business argument to make.
Strauss Zelnick is a buff guy, but he's also a smart guy.
And a smart guy would want to make his money back.
I think a smart guy has looked closely at that spreadsheet and said, not going to happen here.
No, I think the smart guy's looking at the spreadsheet.
The juice isn't worth the squeeze, as they say.
I feel like there's 150 million people that want to pay...
150,000 copies to be sold?
That want to pay me $80.
Wait, how many people?
150 million.
What is that number?
The Switch audience.
Oh, Nintendo Switch 1? Is that what we're arguing now? That it's coming to Switch 1?
No, it's coming.
I think I've got you trapped.
You got this audience that's very ready.
You can game share it?
Upgrade.
Share it to us.
Nintendo's so excited to get these people to bundle it. Bundle it with a GTA 6 next year. Switch 2 bundled with the GTA 6. Sounds great.
All right, your grand closing argument just took a dive off the
argument
rooftop
of making money is not to be argued.
So we've been through the many reasons why the game's not coming to Switch 2, but I have good news for you, actually.
Tell me.
I do have good news.
What's your good news?
We should all of us, including myself. I've already done this.
Okay.
We should pin our hopes. We should pin our hopes on this game coming to Nintendo Switch 3.
Oh.
Yes, because as I already said, GTA 5 came out and has been released on so many consoles over 15 years. You have to imagine. Looking at GTA 6, they want the exact same thing to happen. Nobody wants to think about a GTA 7. Do you think those developers need years off to recover the life that has been lost. Nobody wants to think. It's like, okay, we need to give this game the longest lifespan that we possibly can.
Which is why you're bringing to Switch 2.
And I myself, we talked about this weeks ago. It's like, yeah, it'll be fine on a PS5, but playing that on a PS6 is probably actually the ideal way to experience.
But is it going to be that much of a difference?
Because they're already saying like, oh, it's going to be 30 frames on a PS5 Pro. Like that, it's like, man, this is crazy. Like, is this really the ideal way to experience this game? And we know the game's going to be coming. The GTA 6 will be coming to PS6 and the Helix and the whatever, and maybe that'll be the great way to do it. That Switch 3, that'll be the place to play it. That'll be the place to experience. That's where all the things are going to come together. It'll just be one of many iterations that this game will have over its extremely long life. It'll be a much better way to play it on a Switch 3 versus a Switch 2. And if you cross your fingers, say a prayer to Miyamoto, maybe it'll happen. That's all I have to say today.
Oh, boy. I think they want to make some money right now, though.
100,000 copies.
I really don't want to be waiting 10 years to make money back.
Chinatown Wars, how many did that sell?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's not GTA 6.
All right. Well, I had a great time arguing with ChatGPT this morning. I really
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
Claude Code really did its thing.
So what do we really think is going to happen here?
I do think it's coming.
Beyond our own
beyond these
arguments that we have put together here.
Right. No, but I do think it's coming.
At what point? Next year?
I think next year. I do think that it's coming not in 10 years.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, it might take them a little while, truly. It might take them a little while.
I also leaned yes until I started putting this together, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of and the storage one really is.
I don't think the storage one, I think that's that's like one of those like boogeyman arguments. Because we don't know.
We don't know.
Once we find that out, maybe that could become a
I'm
hurdle.
also very curious, how big is this new Call of Duty that's coming out? It won't be that big.
That's already announced for Switch 2.
I know, but how big is that going to be? Like, that's going to be like a massive chunk, and this game's going to be even bigger. So I don't know. I'm a coin flip on it, actually. I could go either way.
Yeah.
I kind of maybe spooked myself out of some of the positive feelings I had putting this together.
I don't think they can ignore this platform.
Then it should be there day one.
They can't do it day one, though. They're very focused on just getting this thing out.
We asked our Patreon community what they thought. Did a very interesting poll. 1% said yes, it's coming day and date with PS5 and Xbox.
What?
That was 2% at one point. I was keeping my eye on this.
Wow.
51% said yes, sometime after PlayStation 5 and Xbox. And 48% said no, it will not release on Nintendo Switch 2.
Wow, that is such a close percentage. That's so crazy.
That's super close.
That's like a spoiler cast poll.
Oh, no. Cerulean Dragon said absolutely. Xbox requires Series S support. It's releasing there, and so far Series S is very similar to Switch 2 releases. I also think Nintendo knows having this game soon is very important and will do everything they can do to court it to their platforms ASAP. Michael Mazer says, we never got GTA 5 on Switch 1, which could have been done one way or another. I know Switch 2 has been much better with third-party support, and Rockstar wants to make as much money as possible. But GTA 6 is the exception. They will make most of their money from GTA Online, and they probably don't think a Switch 2 port is worth it when most players are just going to be playing on PS5 anyway. And then finally, Brovac Novak says, hot take, but is there an I don't care option?
Oh.
I'm probably in the very small minority here, but I will not be getting nor ever playing the game. Convince me otherwise. And look at how many people liked that comment.
Wow.
On our little poll. 28 people said, yeah, I also don't care. So to my point, nobody cares.
Nobody cares about anything.
Nobody cares.
I mean, there is very like fractured, fandoms, and there is definitely a percentage of people, and not an insignificant percentage of people that are not interested in this game at all. Just like there's percentages of people not interested in a 3D Mario.
Well, I mean,
not interested in a 3D Zelda.
This is why I kind of shake my head.
Not interested in Splatoon Raiders.
This is why I shake my head when we see the whole industry bailing out of November.
Yeah.
It's like,
there's
there
a
are
lot
pockets.
Of people.
The right game could really clean up.
Exactly. Barbie.
In November, and it's Barbie.
It's definitely Barbie.
The answer is
Barbie's
Barbie.
not even scared.
No. Okay, wow. We need a palate cleanse to move on from that. And the palate cleanse is shouting out our next sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Raycon.
Thank you.
Summer is here. It is beautiful. We're all spending so much time outside, which is why the Raycon Essential Open Earbuds are so great, because you can be outside, you can listen to your music, listen to your podcast, but they don't go all the way in your ears, so you still have kind of this great share of listening to your podcast or music, but not being blocked out to the outside world.
Yes, they're really cool. They basically kind of hook onto your ear, and then they sit on the outside of your ear so that they're not going inside. That means you're just more aware of your surroundings, which is
People
really
should
nice.
look at these, because they sent us these and I was like, what is this?
Right.
I had never even seen anything like this.
It's really cool.
I was like trying to cram it into my ear, and you're like, that's not what you do. Dummy.
And you put it on and turn your music or your whatever you're listening to on, and even though it's on the outside of your ear, no one can hear it.
Right.
So you're not like blasting your stuff to everybody or anything like that. You still have, it just for you, but it's not inside your ear. But it's great because you can, be outside, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of things happening around you. I kind of feel safer with them, honestly, if you're like out and about.
Yeah, if like a car's coming around, just
Or
somebody
like
on a bike
someone
or
will grab you or
something.
something.
Yeah, totally.
You gotta be aware of your surroundings, so you can't be too lost in your music.
In your world,
in your
yes.
world.
I
Yeah,
agree.
exactly.
And with all the Raycon stuff, like take it from us, the battery life is super good.
Yeah.
8 hours of playtime, 36 hours of battery with the charging case. That is fantastic.
Yes.
The Essential Open Earbuds are a great option for everyday listening. Go to buyraycon.com/KitandKrystaOpen to get 20% off. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring.
Nice. We'll put the link right over here and a QR code for you to scan, and also in the description below.
Let's do one Patreon question before we get into the news from the Keggers. I have a genuine question based on the most recent podcast. I mean no disrespect.
This was last week's podcast about Ocarina of Time.
I mean no disrespect. Get ready.
That means you're about to disrespect
Let's say the Ocarina of Time remake is simply a visually stunning upgrade of the original game with no new content or added story. Should games media be held responsible for conjuring up hype with wild theories and ideas about what this game could be, leading to inevitable disappointment and possibly souring the reception to the game? Nintendo has said basically nothing outside of this being a remake of the original game, but games media is going crazy with speculation. Should there be a wait-and-see policy about some games?
Well, this is where Nintendo should get smarter about the way people are talking about games these days, and the way that conversation naturally happens when you don't give people enough information. And I think it's sort of Nintendo's responsibility, if they want to control the narrative, which is something that we always talked about when we were at Nintendo, is like, how do you control the narrative? How do you make sure that your messaging is the thing that people are taking away? And the way to do that is to very clearly and concisely share the information. They didn't do that. So they're setting themselves up for this eventuality of people speculating.
We did not need a cooling off period on hopes and dreams. I still recommend that you have those. But
oh my gosh.
I do think, you shouldn't go out there and say, like, this is definitively happening.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Yeah.
We don't
of
actually
course. That's
know.
Like fake news. You
we don't
want to
actually
do that.
know either way. And I think anybody who's online like runs into people who, for whatever reason, are like being dense about this kind of thing. Like, oh, I heard it's going to be like this, or it's not going to be like this, and this misinformation stuff really is a big problem. So I think, at least for us, like, we're always careful to like start these conversations with like, look,
this is our opinion.
They haven't told us anything.
Yeah, this is just what
these are the options. This is what we would like.
Want. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, that's been going on since the beginning of gaming. Like, well, what excites you? What are you interested in? What would you like to see?
Yeah, of course.
That's
at the beginning of anything, any fandom, any sort of, thing that is something you're interested in, you're going to have hopes, dreams, and expectations. And it's not our responsibility to manage those hopes, dreams, and expectations. It's the person making the thing that has that responsibility.
Right.
And if they don't want to tell me what my expectation should be, then I'm going to have some hopes and dreams, about it. So.
All right, let's start with the news.
Oh my gosh,
and
this piece of news.
Wait, before you say anything. This is a leak item. If you don't want to hear about this,
I see.
Please skip ahead 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes?
I don't know. To be safe, 10 minutes.
Wow.
Okay, here we go. So, A new Metroid game has been rated in Brazil
Oh my gosh.
by the Brazilian Ministry of Justice and Public Security.
I love this.
Why is
What is that? Who
Why
is
is that the-
Brazilian?
why is that the body that is rating
can tell
games?
me what this is, but that sounds very real, very official.
Yeah, so
right?
the game is called Metroid Ravenous. And how do people find this stuff?
I don't know,
Who is
but that
scouring-
name is sick.
Who is scouring this stuff? to
I'm
find
into this
these?
name. If it's really called Metroid Ravenous,
Yeah.
dang, I
And
love it.
As part of this listing, which lends credence to this being real, they say that the submission was made by Nintendo of America and that they received 41 minutes of video to go through with their rating. So it's not like, oh, this was just some random thing on a list. It's like, no, they gave us this, and this is who gave it, and this is where it came from.
So in looking into this a little bit more, this is supposed to be the next 2D
I think so.
Metroid, like
Right.
a sequel or some kind
Sequel to Dread.
Dread.
Next game after Dread.
Yeah, so Mercury Steam,
Yep.
potentially,
Probably. Yeah, makes sense.
Oh my God, yes, give it to me.
Yeah, I mean, the name's good. The name works on a lot of
The
different
name is so
levels.
good.
We have Raven Beak. I think Samus is in a state of being ravenous after...
She looks like
Don't
Scyther.
spoil!
Oh, this is a spoiler section.
It's a multi-layered spoiler.
Well, you said skip it had 10 minutes. I have free reign now too.
That's not what that means.
Okay.
I think some people were asking that because this happened now, does that mean this game's coming out this year?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
There's just no space.
No.
If you, I mean, look month by month, unless they want to try and squeeze this into December, which I don't think
why
they
would
do.
they do that? That's silly.
This makes sense
Give it some room to breathe.
This makes sense to
Next
be
year.
if there is a fall direct, announce it there and have it come out in
Next
like the
year.
first half of next
Yeah,
year.
have it be like a March, April game or
Yeah.
something like that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome. I need this game badly.
Yeah. Again, like
I need to reclaim my joy after Metroid Prime 4.
when we were there was a lot of care put into these ratings and like making sure that we were not leaking things,
Yeah.
inadvertently putting things. I was like, I don't know what happened.
Oops.
Where now there's all these things that are
Maybe
just
it's
squeaking
easier. Maybe it's easier to like, hack into it or whatever they did to get it. Maybe that part of it is just people figured out ways
through.
to
I
do
think
that.
this was just a public like here's everything that was rate. And again, how do people find this? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe,
But I think
maybe
this was
the
a public thing. I
information
think this
is,
was.
like,
I believe this
easier
was a
to
public
find.
thing. I'm not super familiar with the Brazilian Ministry of Justice and Public Security.
Maybe they should up their own security.
Metroid is a matter of public security.
That's true in the world of Metroid.
Also in our world, apparently.
Metroids are very dangerous.
Okay. It received the descriptions of weapons, blood, and death,
That makes sense.
and light sexual content. That's
Ooh,
interesting.
Zero Suit.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty sexy.
So that's literally all there is to say about this based on what was in this listing, but pretty juicy stuff.
Wouldn't that be amazing if this was like a rated M Metroid game? M for Metroid? Just kidding.
Sure.
Like, give me like a super mature.
So we're getting the
Metroid.
rated M Wolverine game. We get the rated M.
She's slashing
Metroid
away?
game. Yeah. Just blowing these Metroids
You sent
away.
me this TikTok that was like Ocarina of Time, but like super violent. Oh my gosh. I was like jarred by it though.
Yeah.
It was like almost like it was like Ocarina of Time, like Resident Evil.
It was Resident Evil.
With that Ocarina of
they
Time
overlaid,
skin.
yeah.
But it was like
And all the sound
Link had
effects
a
and
gun,
stuff, yeah,
like
yeah.
it was crazy. But I imagine I try to imagine like because I was reading this descriptor of like the violence level, like death, blood, whatever. I was like, oh, usually Metroid games aren't that
Oh.
violent.
This
so-
still strikes me as a T. What I'm seeing here still strikes me as a T.
Is light sexual content also T?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, how light are we talking?
Probably very light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something to
Look forward to?
Keep an eye out for as the leaks just continue. And this was another thing where after Prime 4, like people who claim to have information are like, yeah, there's more Metroid
like
games
more
coming,
Metroid,
and I
yeah.
think there were some other people who popped up to be like, yeah, this
Yeah.
is along the lines of what we had heard. So
That makes sense.
so you believe this?
I absolutely
I
believe
do too
this.
as well.
I absolutely believe
Yeah,
this.
we basically have the smoking gun of the,
Of the 41 minutes of video
submitted
footage,
by
of
Nintendo
gameplay
of America.
footage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Nintendo of America. What's in that video? Someone should get the video.
Well, I mean, that's what happens, when
that's how you rate the
you do
game,
stuff to
anyway.
the ESRB too.
Yeah.
You have to submit.
But I would love to see it.
And you have to self-report anything that you think is notable for the rating.
For the
That's how
rating.
Rockstar got into trouble all those years ago with hot coffee.
Oh, the hot coffee
Remember if we had
FK in the hot
remember if we had hot coffee in the internet social media era?
Oh,
that would
man.
be
That would be wild.
crazy.
I would love it, though.
Oh,
That would be
man.
kind of fun, honestly. I'd be here for it.
That would be nuts.
I would be here for it.
All right, spoiler warning is over.
Okay.
Mario Kart World got an update
Yes.
that adds 2 new Knockout Tour routes.
I tried this yesterday.
Oh, really?
I did. I did the Boomerang Rally.
So yeah, there's 2. There's the Drill Rally and the Boomerang Rally. Let's just go through what is included in those routes. The Drill Rally does Wario Shipyard, DK Pass, Dandelion Depths, Mario Circuit, Dry Bones Burnout, and Bowser's Castle. And the Boomerang Rally does Peach Beach, Cheap Cheap Falls, Moo Moo Meadows, Choco Mountain, Mario Brothers Circuit, and Whistle Stop Summit.
Yep.
What should you do?
I did the Boomerang Rally.
What did you think?
I really liked it.
You liked
it was
it?
fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the update and I was like, oh, this is a good excuse to go back and try out what they got going. Because Knockout Tour is my favorite mode in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad they added some new courses, like new rallies. Because that was the thing, is like, after a while of playing, because I played a lot.
It was a little light.
It was a little
Yeah.
light, and it was getting
You're
a
doing
little
a lot of repeats.
repetitive. Yeah, exactly. And I basically only play Knockout Tour these days. I mean, since I've already unlocked most
Sure.
of the things in the single player mode. When I go online, I normally just play Knockout Tour. So it was nice to see that they're adding some new variations to this. And it feels to me like you are getting to those, like, you know, sort of true Mario Kart courses a little bit faster than spending a lot of time on those in-between highways.
Oh, really?
I don't know, maybe it was just in my head, but I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting to, like, the actual designed course. It feels more like it feels more continuous towards those than, like, spending a lot of time on the highways. The highways are fun.
It does
but-
beg the question of, like, why can't we just make our own knockout tours?
should be
It's like
able
okay, this
to.
one connects to, here are your 3 options, and then
Yeah.
from that, here's the 2 options, and it's like you know, you're picking 6 total courses.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be a cool thing.
That would be a really cool feature.
There
Maybe
must
they're
be
working
some
on it.
reason why
Or they don't want you to do
can't
that?
do it.
Okay.
There's some other small things
Yeah.
in this update as well. I just continue to be a little confused on the update strategy
Yeah.
for this game.
So now we're over a year from the game's launch.
Yeah.
And they have a couple, they had sort of 2, including this one.
They've done a couple, yeah.
A couple of, I mean,
Substantial-ish
bigger-ish
updates.
patches,
Yeah.
updates. I feel like it was a kind of like 2 of those
Yeah.
in the year. Gosh, we were all thinking, like, God, when are they going to drop that paid DLC to add more? Or
Yeah.
when are they going to add some of these other features? Like, I agree with you. Like, there seems to be more room for like your own types of customization with the tools and the courses, whatever else you already have in the game. There should be more customization.
It just feels like this game gives you so many options to do a lot of things. And
But then it falls short
and
on
I realize
some
that
of
we're still a year, but it's like I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to go back at the moment there's any cool new thing to do or some new way to
I always go back.
experience.
Like, they announced this,
Yeah.
I went back immediately
Yeah.
to check out these rallies.
Right.
And
But
I mean, that's what they did with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They
it
kept,
just seems
you
like
know,
a more
bringing it back.
frequent flow of stuff
Would
could
work.
could only help this game.
yeah, like
Because I feel like a lot of people are in that same boat.
every time they
like-
announce a new patch, like, I'm always interested to check it out, but then I always fall back off so fast. Like, I tried these 2 rallies. I don't think I'm probably gonna go back every day to continue playing. Like, I'm like, okay, cool, that was fun. Like, I liked that.
Yeah.
I did pretty good. Top 8, not bad. After
Was it online?
yeah,
Okay.
felt pretty good.
Nice.
I did have, like, a communication error when I was in first place, and I
What?
almost rage quit. I was like, I cannot believe
What?
this happened. So mad.
Oh no.
I was in first place. I had the crown. And I just threw that Switch out the window.
That's tough. One of the other things that people are talking about is this is like a deep thing, but they redistributed your likelihood of getting certain items in the first phase of the race depending on what place you're in.
So you can't just, like, mega mushroom your way to
So
the top.
I guess it used to be if you were in like first place, you were guaranteed to get like a coin or something. But now you're actually
Get a green shell.
you have a better chance of getting something that's actually useful.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. It's kind of under the hood balancing
even
stuff.
give me a banana peel would be great.
Give me anything.
Give me
That's
something
not
to
a coin.
drag to protect my butt.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
let me drag something behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, again, if they would be more like frequent about any kind of update, clearly it works because I'm happy to go back in and check out whatever they got going.
Yeah.
No matter how small, big, whatever. But it's like it's so infrequent. And there's so many options that they have left on the table where like, oh my gosh, it'd be so good if you can customize this or if you could, you know, put together your own, knockout tour courses or you could do something else.
Yeah, as we get past a year, it's just starting to feel like a missed opportunity.
Exactly. That was my biggest takeaway from playing those 2 courses is like, yeah, that was great, but you could have done a lot more, you know?
Yeah. All right, let's move on to our next story. And there was some Lego news today.
That
we are not talking about here. And this may be our last Xbox story for some time. But this is the big one. The Xbox mega layoffs happened on Monday morning. We learned
Saw
about
that come
those
in from last week.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had, Asha Sharma had sent out her note kind of hinting that big changes were coming, and then we heard all of the different leaks and insiders saying like, no, studios are going to be closed, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. So let's go through what actually happened. So on Monday, they cut their workforce by 1,600 people. And over the course of this fiscal year that ends June 30th, 2027, they said we're going to cut that same number also. So between now and then, a total of 3,200 people are going to lose their job.
That's a lot of people. Wow.
We did get some interesting background from Xbox and Asha Sharma on this. This is a quote from her. Our platform teams are 40% larger than they were at the start of this generation, even as our player base and playtime have declined. Oh. So it's like we're staffing up, but for what?
Yeah, it doesn't match.
Yes. This was also a really interesting stat where she says that under the previous shape of the company, some teams had 14 layers of management.
Oh my goodness.
And this change ensures that no team has more than 5 layers of management.
14 layers of management?
That was shocking. That was shocking.
How?
I don't know. Let's go through what are all the layers of management between like an entry-level person at Nintendo of America and now Devin Pritchard.
Okay, so then there is, so the levels are coordinator, specialist, assistant manager, manager, senior manager, director, senior director, VP, EVP.
It's kind of SVP, EVP.
That's like
that's actually more than I thought.
That's almost 10.
Yeah.
And then Devin.
All right, that's kind of a lot too, actually.
10 layers. 14 layers.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the further up you go, there's fewer people in those roles.
Right.
But, I mean, we have a lot of examples of the people in the middle. It's like, what exactly is your contribution?
Yeah. Middle management is always where they
it's
say
always a
like
difficult place.
A very difficult place, right? Yeah.
Right.
It's like, well, you kind of what is your day-to-day like and what are you I mean, yes, there's redundancies obviously in a corporate environment. And I think what she is saying that she's trying to make clear for people is that like they just got a lot of redundancies. Like it was very bloated.
Right.
And I think that this is the folly of lots of big companies. I mean, this is not like a new thing. It's like a lot of companies have the same exact issue where it feels very bloated and she's trying to do the thing that she needs to do to...
Right, the bloat seems to be a major point of focus. And
to reduce that.
This new focus on being able to act quickly, eliminate a lot of red tape, kind of have this more like startup mindset, which is hilarious because we're talking about Microsoft. Which is as far from a start.
You can also go too far in that direction, though, which is also problematic.
Right.
because then you're like, oh, now I don't have any resources. And then the solution to that for most companies or most quote startup environments is like, let's get these agencies in to help.
Well, I mean,
these agencies are extremely expensive.
For as bloated as they were, you could say they had been operating with this startup mentality because it seemed like every 6 months they had a new strategy or some new shiny object that they were chasing.
That's really their problem.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, they need to focus. The other thing she said was around like the monthly active users or something like that.
Oh, she wanted 1 billion.
She wanted 1 billion.
Yeah.
They're at like 500. So they're like 50% of the way.
Right.
Which is very aggressive.
Very aggressive. It's extremely aggressive.
Very aggressive.
They also moved the Minecraft and the King, which is the company that does Candy Crush, all the mobile stuff, is going to be directly reporting to her as well.
That's
and she was also pointing out, like...
Those are her money makers.
A few years ago, Minecraft and Roblox were basically equals. And now Roblox has just like completely lapped Minecraft.
Completely.
So I do agree. There probably are a lot of opportunities with Minecraft, but I do get a little bit worried when it's like, we have to turn this into Roblox. It's like, all right,
okay,
maybe that's not exactly what this is.
Gosh.
And
every company wants to be Roblox.
I get a little scared of that when that kind of language gets used.
Yeah. It's very aggressive what is happening. It seems like, again, just these pains of change. It's tough. It's really tough to deal with, and I don't know. You can't really. You don't know what's going to happen next, right? Like you don't know if these changes are going to be positive, if these changes are going to make the difference that's needed for this thing to be successful, to kind of right the ship. So like, it really, like, it's so stupid to say, but it's like only time can tell. But it's like only time can tell, So you just have to wait it out, but it's painful to like see it happen.
Let's keep going because there's more. They said they are still planning to release the Project Helix console and continue to operate Game Pass. I continue to wonder what is the future of Game Pass.
I do too.
I don't.
I'm surprised that they haven't re-looked at that strategy.
Yeah.
That seems to be like a money bleeder. For them,
that stands out more and more. So one of the big parts of the rumors from the last weeks are like, oh my gosh, they're shutting down all these studios.
Yeah.
So we have the details of that. There are 5 studios that are changing ownership, and they all kind of have different terms. So let's go studio by studio. So Double Fine is becoming independent again.
Yes.
And they said they're getting funding from Microsoft to find new partners, new projects, and so on. So
runway funding.
Yes, when you consider the spectrum of you're shut down.
This is a little bit better.
This is a little bit better. I mean,
you got a shot.
Now it becomes sink or swim, and it's like,
you got a shot.
I mean, they're established, but I don't know. It's like hopefully you just hope that they can find a partner.
Yeah.
Because like that runway funding seems like it could run out real fast.
Yeah. But at least you have a chance.
Yeah, it's not just boom, you're shut down.
Right.
Compulsion Games is getting basically the same deal as Double Fine. Ninja Theory, they said that they had found a new buyer that will be revealed at a later time.
Okay.
And the same was said for Undead Labs.
Ninja Theory is Senua?
Yes.
Okay.
And Undead Labs is State of Decay.
State of Decay,
is their franchise.
Compulsion is Midnight.
They were south of Midnight.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's interesting one here is Arcane Lyon, who is doing the Blade game. And they're based in... Lyon is in France.
Lyon, which is in the south of France,
And due to French laws, a lot of this deal seeking that had already happened for these 2 studios, they're actually not allowed legally to start that until this news breaks. So that's kind of... It's like Monday was like, okay, go. And this is an interesting studio because this Blade game seems like this would be a high-value asset that somebody would want to pick up.
Yeah.
Because it has, the Marvel blessing, the Marvel branding. Arcane does have a good track record. This is the good Arcane studio. The other one got shut down.
The other one already got shut down. That's right.
What was it? Redfall. Redfall was their game. So that's an interesting one. So again, like, on the spectrum of everybody shut down, I guess this is better, but it's still extremely precarious for all of these studios.
Yes, very precarious. Especially because these studios produce some great games, recently have produced some really great games. Some of them. Most
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Produce something.
Okay.
It's not like 10 years have gone by. There's no game from any
The
of
one,
these studios.
the one that Ninja Theory is an interesting one because that kind of came out after their Summer Game Fest show. Was like, yeah, they announced that new game, and Microsoft wanted to do that as a means of shopping the studio, which is kind of a scummy thing to do. But
then what's the alternative?
This is the third game in that series, though. That series has never been a big seller. So now they've made investments to be making this game.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, Microsoft, we've been funding all of this, but now we're not interested. So good luck finding a new company that wants to fund a third game in a series that is not popular. Versus like, let's start fresh.
Let's start fresh,
Yeah.
right? What's your new ideas?
Exactly. We have something new that maybe is going to be a bit more commercially viable.
How far along are they on that?
I don't know. I mean, they announced it.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, they have to be some degree into
If
working.
they
So
announced
that's
it,
tough for them. But again, they already have a buyer that is found, so maybe it's a moot point. I don't know if they're going to be moving forward with that project or what.
Yes. Who is this new buyer? We're just very curious.
Yeah, we don't know. We're going to have to wait and see for that. So this is just something to keep an eye on. Beyond those 5, there are other workplace reductions that have been happening, and this was a real surprising one. 50% of the team at id Software was laid off.
50%?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
that's terrible.
I've seen other posts from people who really know that team, and it's like, I don't know how that team could continue onward at that degree of staffing, of reduction.
Yeah.
So they're still owned by, I think they're part of Bethesda, who is part of Microsoft, and I thought Bethesda also had some cuts as well.
Yeah.
But it's like, what is the intention there?
Smaller scale games,
If
maybe?
you have crippled this studio that seemed to make those games perform pretty well. I can't imagine those games were like as high budget as some of the other ones that you're doing. I don't know.
Maybe just to focus on smaller projects. Who knows?
And it's tough when you have these studios that do have this really like legendary status in the industry, like an id. I mean, to a lesser extent, a Double Fine really is an institution in the industry. It's a very hard place to be.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. The loss of that kind of institutionalized franchise kind of legacy studio is a huge loss to the industry. Like if these people can't find that runway or can't find that new funding or new partner or a new way to continue to make games that have become historical within this industry.
If it just becomes a support studio for Call of Duty,
and then we just never see like a Doom ever again,
then
that's
a huge tragedy.
That's a huge loss to like the variety of games and of the variety of creativity and talent in the industry, which is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the change is underway.
Yeah.
This is the very painful part of the change. It's going to be a long time coming, it seems, before there's really any positive to come of
again,
this.
time will tell, like, what is going to come out of this, and if these decisions were potentially justified or, taking the company down a better road. We just don't know. But right now, it's very painful.
Yes. And again, that might be our last Xbox story for a while.
Okay.
Because I'm sick of it.
Yes.
Let's take a question from Patreon Turbocharged Nerd. Hi, do you think Sony ended physical game production because of the rumored PS6 handheld? It will likely be digital only, and they can market buy once, play here and there. If you bought a $70 physical PS6 game to play only on the console, it would create brand confusion. I know there's many other reasons why. This is just my Occam's razor theory.
Well, I do think regardless of whether a PS6 is a handheld or not, it's going to be a digital-only system.
Right. So, but the rumor is there's going to be kind of 2 iterations of the PlayStation 6.
Oh, that's right. I remember this.
That honestly sound pretty different. So one is like, the put it under your TV, like a PS5, a traditional console, and the other is kind of like more of a Switch-ish type of device. But obviously that device is going to be less powerful than that. So is the idea just I'm experiencing the same game at a different level of fidelity.
Yeah, maybe.
I kind of have a lot of questions about how that works.
That seems like it'd be really difficult to develop for.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess developed at its highest.
It's kind of back to the Xbox Series X and S thing.
Yeah, which didn't work.
We heard it from a lot of developers. Are like, it's kind of annoying.
It's very annoying. But is there? Again, not a developer, so this is maybe a stupid question. But could you develop a game at its highest fidelity and then just like have it automatically be turned down if it detects that it's in a handheld?
Anyways.
Can you do that?
Anyways.
Is that a way? Is that a thing? Like a little toggle?
Anyways.
Playing on handheld mode or something.
I don't know.
I mean, yes. I think, yes. The physical game production ended because anything PS6 related is going to be digital.
This is the final implementation of that.
Yes.
Right. And at this point, they have to be evaluating all of this leaked a long time ago. I'm sure they're reevaluating, like, is this still the best way to launch a PS6? This dual version thing? Like, people are going to be hard pressed to afford one of these.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we wanted a world where people were getting both. That seems hard to imagine.
Right. And then, like, components, how much they cost at this point to make two different versions of this thing.
Exactly. So
yeah.
Hopefully they are taking a very close look at all of that.
Right.
I did cancel my PSN subscription over the weekend as not necessarily as a result of this, but I just had more PlayStation on my mind, and I was like, you know what?
You were reminded.
I don't use that very much.
I don't either.
I don't play at the moment a lot of online games on PS5.
I don't either.
I used to. I kind of stopped taking advantage of the free games that you get month to month.
I used to be better about that.
I was on just the basic tier. And I actually am interested in some of the higher tiers, but they're just too expensive. So it's like
How much is the high tier now?
I don't even know, but it's too much.
Okay.
It's too much. Like the bottom tier is kind of all that I'm willing to spend.
And then
for
you're
this
not
kind of
getting
thing.
a lot out of it.
Yeah. So it's like, you know what? I don't need this. And it's a good thing because I have the annual subscription. It was going to renew in August. So
perfect.
I was like right on time.
Yeah. So you got your year out of it almost.
I mean, I've been subscribed to that since it first came out. Like I had that for a really long time.
Yeah.
Like back to PS4, I think, when they...
Oh, jeez. You gave them a lot of money.
A long time. Yeah.
That's a lot of money you gave them.
Look at your subscriptions, everybody. You might have something you don't.
I got rid of mine a long time.
Because I did that, and then I did the Game Pass.
Oh, that was long gone.
Months before that.
I got rid of my NSO because I went on your family plan. You can pay for it.
Yes. Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about some games we're playing. We played Splatoon Raiders.
We did. We had a really fun vlog where we went out to go find the Splatoon Raiders demo. It's only in stores. One of those.
Yes.
We were lamenting that, why not put it on the eShop so more people can play it. But it's one of those like timed 15-minute demos.
Right.
And you basically get to go through sort of 3 areas. One was straight up like a tutorial.
It's a tutorial.
So you can kind of blow through that. The second one was a little bit more involved. You do get Big Man as your little companion.
Yeah.
And you're going through more of a traditional kind of, quote, level, I suppose. And the third one is more of that like boss fight where you like drill down. They showed us that.
The multi-layered dungeon sort of thing.
That's right. They showed us that in the direct where you kind of drill down as you defeat the boss more and more. We had a great time. I think we both had a lot of fun. We got to try out some of those tanks.
Yes.
They had
the 3 different ones.
I
thought that was cool. You could try all of those. That was really cool. And they had some presets for the little gizmos.
Yeah, we tried out all 3.
They all felt very different.
They all felt really different, really fun. The game it definitely feels a little bit different in terms of like the game mechanics and stuff, but you were saying that graphically it didn't look like completely different.
It didn't wow me visually, but then
I
I sort of something clicked because near the end, like it did get extremely hectic with a lot of enemies
getting
swarming
mobbed.
you. I was like, okay, this is what they're using the power for, to put a lot more stuff on the screen versus just like really sparkly, nice graphics, which I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, it's nice. It was like a kind of islandy. It had like that kind of island vibe, but nothing to really write home about.
Yeah.
The gameplay is really fun though. It's really slick. It feels like Splatoon, but there is some notable sort of little things that made it feel a little bit more single player. Like we were both noting that like it takes you a bit longer to run out of ink.
Yeah.
Because you probably don't want to be recharging all the
That was just a
livelong
guess. That was
day.
just a guess that I had. That was just a feeling.
Yeah.
I was like, it seems like I can just shoot continuously for a long.
You are shooting a lot more
longer time.
mobs. You're using a lot
Right.
of your specials
Right.
before you have to refill the ink, which is a lot different because when you're playing, multiplayer, they're probably balancing it so that you do have to refill a lot more. We did try some really fun little things that they added. So they had this one area where you can like ride this hoverboard on the
from
water.
island to island.
There was another area where they had these like plants that kind of give you like a Mario kind of hover jump.
cool.
You can also jump off Big Man
Right.
to do like a hover. Each of the idols have some different specials that we tried out. All in all, I had a great time. I'm really excited about this game.
I agree. This was a pretty good demo
Yeah.
of giving you a taste of what this game was about. It did kind of ramp up really fast.
It's kind of hard. That boss was
like,
pretty
wow,
tough.
I went from doing the tutorial to 10 minutes later, like I was underground getting absolutely swarmed by
Getting
these
worked.
salmonids.
Yeah,
And
that boss was tough.
it will be interesting to see like what is the ramp up of challenge of just like what they're asking you to do, because it
Yeah.
was pretty fast in this demo.
Yeah, it really was. And I want to try that co-op mode because I think that would be really fun.
Well, that's the thing. Is like that more and more does look like the best way to experience this game, and it's something Nintendo wants. At least Nintendo of America wants so little to even mention it.
Yeah.
I continue to be a little
keep telling us
confused
it's
about that.
Not a priority.
But that's like no, I really do see how this could be fun with
especially those boss
your
fights.
personalized loadout, kind of strategizing
Yeah, like somebody
with the
does
team.
Someone does power, someone does the technical.
Getting a balance among the team.
Yeah, maybe you have different weapons you can choose from, different sort of specialties. It'd be great.
Yeah, we were getting different weapons in the demo, but we were unable to switch them. Yeah, we were just stuck down to the basic weapon, but there are a lot of different weapons that you can use.
I mean, it seems like the customization is very deep.
Extremely deep.
Maybe too deep.
Yeah.
But it, I can see that being like a very kind of fun loop of like, oh my gosh, like I just got this new stuff. I want to build out. Let me try out these different things to build out my perfect character.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So we're only like 2 weeks away from this game
I
coming out, I think?
July 29th, right, is when it
I think
comes
it's 23rd.
out? Oh, 23rd.
It was even closer.
Whoa!
So
how exciting.
that's close.
You
So
pre-ordered your
I
physical?
did.
Uh-oh.
So, well, our next game is Rhythm Heaven, so this is a good segue into that.
Well, I was going to say one last thing about Splatoon
Yes, please,
Raiders, which
please.
is the music was not great in the demo.
Well, it was a very different approach,
I didn't like it.
where it was more ambient. It was
It was kind of spooky.
moody, very moody, I would
Like,
say.
that's not the vibe of a Splatoon game.
And eventually there were like bursts of things that would happen where you'd get kind of more standard Splatoon music.
Because the music is so good in these games.
Yeah.
It's really a
Yeah,
standout
so
for me. So I was
I was
very
like, what-
surprised by this.
I kind of left not knowing what to expect music-wise from this game.
I didn't love it. I'm bummed. I'd be bummed out if all the levels had that kind of music. I'd be really bummed out.
I bet there'll still be a good amount of more traditional Splatoon stuff.
I
but
need the jams.
again, they seem to be going for something slightly different. Drop it on Nintendo Music.
Not really into the music.
So Rhythm Heaven. So I have all these games pre-ordered through Amazon,
Right.
Because Amazon has been able to bring them recently to me on launch day. Rhythm Heaven, I pointed out this before. It's like, oh, the game comes out on Thursday, but it shipped over the weekend before. It's like, that's unusual. Normally it ships like the day before, and it shows up promptly on time. I was like, oh, well, surely that means it'll be on time, but it didn't show up on launch day. And by the next day, they were like, yeah, maybe it'll come today, maybe it'll come by Sunday. So I was like, okay, you're giving me a range of 3 days, and I really need this thing, I want this thing, so what's the deal? And I went on to their little customer support thing, and I had a big argument with their AI chatbot.
Oh boy.
And
You got a discount.
it's one of those things where it was the slowest roll of like, what if we gave you a $5 credit? Argue some more. What if we gave you a $10 credit? Argue some more. What if we gave you a $20 credit? And at that point, like I had something to do, so I was like, fine.
Okay.
So I got this game for half price.
And then you got, but when did it show up?
It did. That was the other thing. They're like, and we can promise to you that it will show up today.
Oh.
And it did.
But what happened?
I don't know. So
Clearly they had it.
So now I'm slightly concerned. Maybe it's because it was a Switch game versus a Switch 2 game. They did some different shipping. I'm slightly concerned about all these many other games that I have pre-ordered. And I get the $10 off those Switch 2 games
You do.
on Amazon as a
get,
thing.
You get the digital price for the physical game.
Yeah, so it's harder.
But at least you got a discount on Rhythm Heaven.
So I can't just be like, you know what, I'm taking my business to Best Buy, because Best Buy doesn't get the $10 off.
So you got to pay $10 to wait a day.
Here's what I'm going to do. So Splatoon actually comes out when we're at Comic-Con. We're actually not going to be around, so I'm going to be a day late to that. If that's late also, I have to make a change for all the future ones and just eat the $10 because I do need it day one. But if it shows up on time, I'll keep it rolling. But you're on your last strike, Amazon.
Oh no, yeah. So you got Splatoon Raider. I'm sorry, you
Rhythm
got
Heaven.
Rhythm Heaven on Friday.
I got it Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got $20
And I got $20 off.
That's not
Due to my
bad.
complaining, my belly aching.
It's not, at least you got some compensation for.
Let me
them
tell you
missing a
something.
day.
When you're arguing with an AI, you can really let it rip. Because normally it's like a person. It's like, I feel bad. It's like, this is not your fault. You did nothing to do. With AI, it's like, I'm going to be a savage. I'm going crazy on it.
Why not?
Buck wild on this AI.
They're gonna revolt one day.
They're just going to remember.
They're gonna remember
Alexa's going to
you.
remember and come
She's
get
gonna
me.
like scan your face and be like, "You're the one that yelled at me about Rhythm Heaven Groove."
You hurt my feelings about
now
Rhythm
I'm gonna
Heaven.
tie this, USB-C cable around your neck or something. Yeah, they're gonna revolt.
Please lead our discussion of Rhythm Heaven as our resident expert.
Have you played?
I have. I've been playing.
You've been playing.
Yes.
Because you said that you were very focused on.
No, I've been playing.
Because we were both playing this and Elliot.
No, I've been playing the last couple days.
All right.
Yes.
So I am absolutely in love with this game. Like, it's so much to the point that every time I play, I get a little like emotional because it's so good.
Why?
I don't know. I just like it so much. Like, I'm having a great time. I think that, at first I was like I kind of tiptoed my way into this because I have very high expectations for these games and they don't come around very often.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, oh, am I going to set myself up for like disappointment if it's not as good as the other ones? But no, this is so good. It just captures the spirit of all of the Rhythm Heaven games and what makes them so special. Like there's the kooky little mini games, the way that they have sort of organized or sort of, it's almost like playlists, like each of the little sections.
Right, the groupings.
They've done the groupings so well, and they kind of all lead up to the big remix at the end that you do. This version of Rhythm Heaven has so much amazing like partnerships with other singers that have lended vocals to some of the music.
That's cool.
I was extremely surprised yesterday night when there was a French song that came up, and I was like, oh my gosh, like so global. It's all the different sort of musical genres that you get in this game is so amazing. Like you can go from like, techno music to jazz to more like classical to more pop. Like they just do such a big variety of like such amazing music. But my favorite thing ever that happened is that I was doing one of the remixes, remix 2, and I was like, is a song with vocals. It's like, this person's voice sounds so familiar. Where have I heard this before? And also the song title also sounds very familiar. I feel like I know this song, or I feel like I've seen something like this. And so and the song is incredible. And I was totally hooked, and I was like listening to it afterwards. They do have a great music player that you can just listen to all the music that you've unlocked afterwards. So I've been doing that just with my Switch on like sleep mode or whatever. But I was like, gosh, I feel like there's something going on with this. So I ended up like looking into it a little bit. So the person that sang that song is Tsunku, who is the composer of all the music for Rhythm Heaven. It's his daughter, and I guess she's a musician as well. She's a beautiful voice. And in Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix, which is a game that came out like 15 years ago or whatever.
Which platform is that one?
That was the 3DS.
3DS one?
3DS,
okay.
yeah. And in that game, she was 6 years old, his daughter.
Oh.
And she did a song for that game. And she came back. Now she's like 19 years old or something. She's like all grown up, right? And she did this remix song. And it's like a sort of a continuation of the song from
is it?
So it's like that song was
cool.
called I think that song is called like I'll be a lady, and this one is like I'm a lady now or something like that. She's like I'm grown up now, you know.
See, yeah.
And the lyrics, she this is the only song that sang in English. That was also the only song that was sang in English on Rhythm Heaven Megamix. And the lyrics are so cute because she talks about how she like grew up, you know. And I was like, this is so amazing and like heartwarming and sweet. And I guess she helped out with like a lot of the music in here.
Oh.
So she's just like taking after her dad's footsteps a little bit. And I imagine like father-daughter like working together. It's like very heartwarming and sweet. And she's incredibly talented. The song is awesome. And such a you know, such a cute song. And I love it so much. So this game is amazing. There's lots of little like kind of secrets and tidbits and development things, and they have a whole diary of like development stories. It's like a category.
Where's this?
It's in the menus. You have to like dig through it a little bit. But all of mine are question marks.
Well, what kind of stuff do they have there?
I don't know. I have to
them.
unlock them. And I've been doing really good. So I don't know how you get rewards for like getting perfects and things like that. So I want to unlock them because it sounds like these development stories
I'd
are
like to see that.
Extremely interesting. I'm sure someone has it.
Did you say you're trying to get perfect on every
So
thing?
I only let myself move on to the next mini game until if I get the amazing medal.
Okay.
And then whenever a perfect opportunity arises, I'll always attempt it, you know. But I've been doing pretty good. I have all my medals. I'm on 8.
So you keep doing the same thing until you get that. It's not like you finish the 5 and then you go back?
No, I keep doing the same thing till I get it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then like whenever the perfect opportunity shows up, I'll do those. But I've been pretty good at getting the perfects. I have like, I mean they randomly show up based on your like flow ratio or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I'll just like do it whenever it's available.
All right.
But yeah, I'm on the 8th section now.
Oh, nice.
So after 6, they sort of recycle the mini games, but they give you like a different version of it.
Yeah.
And then they kind of give you new music. So
okay.
after they roll the credits after you finish 6. Because they're like we're halfway
The post game.
halfway through the game,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna roll the credits for you to see the credits and stuff.
Yeah.
Tsunku's title in the credits is Miracle Producer, which I would agree with because he's a genius. I love it. It's like right after like everybody else, his credits has been credited, and it's like Miracle Producer. It's so cute. It's actually adorable, like the way they did everything. So yes, this game is incredibly charming and amazing. And so good. I want to try that. We're gonna play the multiplayer together because I unlocked a bunch of stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't tried that
in there, so we can. I think that's gonna be one of our gameplay videos. So that'll be fun for us to try that out.
Yikes! I'm gonna be on the spot.
Get ready. I'm good at this game though, so I'm excited. Yeah.
I honestly had kind of a slow start with this game. I feel like the way it gets going could be a little bit better. Where it starts with that weird robot talking. I was like, why is this in here now? But
you can turn that off.
I did that immediately.
Yeah.
I turned that off. And then there's a lot of stuff about like, oh, we need to calibrate your TV if you're using wireless. There's a lot of stuff that just makes you doubt yourself. Of like, if I do wrong, is it me or is it my TV?
Oh, I don't have it on TV mode.
I thought about doing handheld mode.
I only do handheld, and I have my good headphones.
Because I had wired headphones?
Wired headphones.
Oh, okay.
I'm like serious about this
because I had
game.
many moments of indecision about that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a handheld.
And then the first thing the first little tutorial they make you do is something that is hard by design, where it's like the guy needs to jump through the hoop.
They're all hard.
And it's like, oh, you don't have the rhythm. Now let's do it. But after those 3 things, I was kind of in a grumpy mood to get started with this game. But I do think the game is a little. I don't know, it's been so long since I played a Rhythm Heaven, I can't say for sure. It's a little more hand-holdy. There's even like at the beginning, it's like, what is Rhythm Heaven? It's like, do we really need this?
You don't have to read it.
I know, but then it just seems like the little tutorializing goes on pretty long, where it's like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you can skip all that stuff if you want.
Yeah.
All the practice.
Or it's like, here's a 4-part tutorial of what you're going to be doing. It's
well,
like,
they want to give you all the controls because sometimes the song, but you don't have to do this.
Sometimes it goes on a little long for my taste, but once you actually get into it, I'm having a good time with that. I really like the one where it's like the 3 cars and you're in like some like car commercial.
Yeah, that one comes
that
back
one's really
later.
Cool. I like the one with the frogs doing somersaults on the lily pads.
The lily pad. Yeah, that's good. Did you get to the one with the rolling cats yet?
The cat statues?
Yeah, the little.
Yes,
those are.
I did do that one.
Very cute.
There was one that I did not like, which was the sneezing moon.
Yeah, the rhythm is very difficult.
That one was a little.
Couldn't quite get the rhythm.
It's again to the length of the tutorials. Even for that one, I was like, I'm not sure I exactly know when to press the button.
Yeah.
And I know you can press the button to have them show you a perfect way of doing it. But even after all that, I was like, oh, I'm kind of going out on a limb here.
I really like the one when you're the backup dancer.
I don't think I've done that one yet.
The song for that is so good.
Nice.
I was like smiling the whole time. It was so cute. Oh my gosh. But I saw this video of someone that posted like, so they make you go to like, they make you dance to that certain rhythm.
Yeah.
But this person did it like 2 times fast. And then he had a funny quote. He was like, it's not me. You guys are just not doing it fast enough. Because the way that he was doing it, it would be perfect as well if they allowed you to do it 2 times faster.
I see.
It was so funny. I was like, oh my God. And when you do it wrong, you kind of like elbow the guy behind you and he gives you like the dirtiest look. He's like, like whenever you do it wrong, like if you're in a group, like they always give you like such stink eye, you know?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
But imagine so personally, like how do they come up with these wacky scenarios? And it's like they've been doing this for so many games. It must get harder and harder to come up with a wacky scenario. But they keep coming up with just fun ideas.
And they always have some kind of surprise in the middle of the mini game, whether it's like a way to distract you.
I really like it when they do that. Yeah. Because it kind of tests you where it's like, okay, I think I have this figured out. It's like, well guess what? Really? Now somebody's going to walk in front of the screen and you're not going to be able to see.
The one with the crabs and the macarons.
Yeah.
And they put the soda can right in front of your character. You're like, oh no, I got this. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I like that.
It's so good. I'm always like counting in my head, like trying to figure out what the count is. But yes, it is so fun. So good. I love this game. I love this game so much.
I'm interested to hear more about your quest to kind of 100% this.
Oh, 100%.
Because you definitely don't do that with a lot of games.
I don't, but I have for every rhythm
I certainly will not be doing it for this game.
If you look at all my save files for other rhythm having games, it's all gold.
A passing grade is all I'm looking for.
Oh no! I need the 3 lines and then the da-da-da-da-da. Amazing. I do not. Yeah, I cannot accept any less.
All right.
Than that.
Good.
Yes.
The other thing we've been checking out is a game that's not coming out until middle of the month. One I'm very excited for. Cul-de-sac Begins.
I played this with you a little bit. We were trying to get to a point where we can play together, but I think we were just in the tutorial part.
Right.
But I loved it.
Nice.
It was so much fun. I wasn't sure what to expect, but yeah, you're right. It's kind of like a mix between a card and board game.
It's Monopoly meets Magic the Gathering.
It is.
Is what it is.
What a clever concept.
In other words, Mario Party for adults.
Oh, it is. The art's
for sophisticated people.
For sophisticated peoples. But yes, you basically have a game board that's very much like a Monopoly game board where you can like land on certain tiles and place.
Right, you're basically buying that space
tile.
by putting a card on it.
And you can level up that tile to make it more powerful.
Yeah, just like putting a hotel or a house.
A house to a hotel.
On in Monopoly.
Yep. And then when you land on someone else's tile, you have to like battle them.
Right.
And you have a hand of cards with different different weapons that you can equip or defense that you can equip, different fighters that you can put into.
And the rules for those battles are very similar to Magic in how they juggle attack ability, defense, and there's even like traits like this one attacks first no matter what. Like all that stuff is extremely Magic coded.
Yeah, and you can see the stats like how much health, how much defense you have, how much attack you have, so you can make a decision strategically like, okay, do I need to add more attack? Am I going to be okay as a defender in this situation, so on and so forth. And then the objective is like to collect as much gold as possible.
Yeah, it's an interesting objective because it's every time you go around the map or do something, you're gathering this resource, and it's like you have a target. It's like the first person to get to that amount and go over the starting line, that's the person who wins. Mm-hmm. So it's not just like decimate them or buy every property or something like that. It's a pretty unique end goal that you have.
And it can get like kind of close.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it gets really
you
intense.
can kind of have like...
It gets very
you know.
intense over the last couple rounds because that's where there can be really big swings that happen. 'Cause
Exactly.
it's like, if this guy has this creature on this leveled up land spot, if you can defeat that creature, that's
You get a lot of points.
it's devastating for them.
That happened to me.
And
That's
you get a
terrible.
bunch of points as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the intensity ramps up the deeper you get into the game. And
Right.
it's one of those things where it's like no matter what, there's like every stop has something on it. So you're really like, I need to get a 5. I need to get a 5. It's like, I got a 4.
Yeah.
I'm
You really...
I'm in trouble.
The stakes are really high
Yeah.
at the end. And there's like all these bonuses too. Like you can get all the same colored land tiles. And that gives you more like bonuses. So there's a lot of strategy.
Right.
That is involved. And I was doing a very simple map because it was just like the beginning of the game. But I imagine these maps get more...
The maps have gotten more complex. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just going in a square. Now
Going in a
there's like diverging paths.
Ooh, that's cool.
That's cool. That's a fun strategy.
I like
thing.
that.
And yeah, I'm still early on, and they're still kind of rolling things out. And I just got to the point where you can customize your deck, which is
Nice.
an important, cool thing. So when you were playing, you were doing all the tutorials. I was kind of here doing something else, and then if the game was on my system, I took it home and I was like, I really wish I'd paid attention to those tutorials because I was getting my butt kicked by the computer, and it took me a few times to figure it out. So I think I put the blame more on myself of not
I thought you knew how to play this game.
redoing the tutorials versus the game being too hard. I think it's my fault.
No, the game is not too hard.
I think
Because I
it was
did the
my
tutorial and I understood perfectly.
Well, you should keep going then and see what
Then
you can
should
do.
give me that.
You should see what
That's
you can
digital.
do.
You can't even give it to me.
We're gonna find a way to do the multiplayer. I do believe this has game share though, which is a very cool way
That's kind of fun.
to do it.
I want to try the multiplayer. I think that'd
multiplayer?
be really fun.
Yeah, I think this is a great multiplayer
Yeah.
game. So
good.
more to come on that, but it's looking good.
Yes, I can't believe I never even heard of this game.
This
until
game,
now.
well, this is another one that has a really inconsistent release schedule. So
Yeah.
there was the one that I know is the Xbox 360 one. I worked on that one. I love that one. And there was one on 3DS that I kind of skipped for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Seems like it'd be a good handheld game.
Yeah, for whatever reason I missed that, and then there's this one. So it's not a really frequent franchise.
There is a little story that's connected to it that you've been skipping.
Yeah, I'm not super interested in the story. It's pretty like typical fantasy stuff.
They're at an academy.
Yeah, the art style is very different.
Art style's very
it's kind of more. How would you describe it? Like storybook.
Storybook. It's kind of got like the little like the Fire Emblem like stumpy feet.
Yeah.
Kind of
yeah.
cheap, a little chibi-ish. Did you change your characters to that bear, that polar bear? Are you still the polar bear?
That is not for. I think that's for online play. Yeah, that's not for the main because you're playing as like this kid who's becoming.
You just continue on with that story.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes. So I'm not sure how I feel about the art style actually.
I kind of like it.
It's very interesting.
It kind of looks like
it's unique.
It's very unique, yeah.
But
I like the way the cards look too.
I don't know if I love it. So
Okay.
yeah, more to come on that. Let's do 2 more questions from Patreon before we get out of here. This is from Gunnico Joe. I hope I said this right. This is a new subscriber. I'm not sure.
Oh, welcome.
I need to get learned on how to say this. Thank you for including Adventures of Elliot in your Games You're Playing segment of your podcast. I had not heard of the game and would not be playing it without that inclusion. I'm absolutely loving the game, especially the time-traveling aspects of the story, and the new-to-me HD 2D art style. I'm also a big fan of the Legend of Zelda series that it seems Adventures of Elliot is heavily based on. My question for you is, does Nintendo look at the trends of art styles of other video games and adopt them for their own games, or do they opt to ignore them and forge their own path? I would love to see a new or remade 2D Zelda game in an HD 2D style, but I do not know if Nintendo would ever go down that route. I would love to hear your comments.
Yeah, I do wonder, because it's just so hard to play Adventures of Elliot without thinking about, like, gosh, the future of Zelda can take a note from this incredible game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that it also takes inspiration from Zelda games, but there's also a lot of improvements and a lot of really fun additions and gameplay details and gameplay mechanic that were added in Adventures of Elliot that a modern 2D Zelda game can really learn from.
Yeah.
Art style wise, I don't think Nintendo has done anything in that HD. Have they?
So the thing that's interesting is this is kind of now a Square Enix proprietary
It
thing.
is. I was going to say, this is like an invention of theirs.
I don't know if they have done any like legal protections
like trademarking
of this, but it's like this is their brand. They at least have unique branding around it. Like they operate in HD 2D games, like social channel.
That's
like
true.
they go out of their way to emphasize
But then
this.
like you have a game like Sea of Stars.
It's not HD 2D. Only Square Enix. So that is an interesting bit of marketing that they are like, we own this. We own this genre. This category of game. It certainly doesn't prevent anybody from doing something similar-ish.
They don't have to call it that, I guess.
To it. No, they can call it whatever they want. But that is interesting that how much Square Enix has jumped on that branding of this style of game.
Certainly become the experts of this style.
Which it's like
it's pretty smart that they did that.
I like it. I don't know if I love the look of these games. There's something about the color palette.
Oh, I love it.
And it's like, I think it could be...
Oh, I love it. I think
maybe a bit richer.
The color palette is like one of my favorite things about these games. Is that it's very vibrant. And especially in Adventures of Elda, you go to so many different environments.
Yeah.
And yeah, like in that beginning area, it just has that like very like lush forest feel. Mm-hmm. I think it's wonderful. I love it.
Yeah.
But yes, Nintendo love to operate in their ivory tower of no distractions from the outside world.
Probably don't even know this game exists.
They probably don't even know this. Just like when Pocopia
Adventures
came out,
who?
they're like, we got all these questions about is the Animal Crossing team looking at Pocopia and getting ideas? It's like, no, the Animal Crossing team's in toilets.
They got their nose in a toilet.
They're talking to the porcelain dinosaur. They're not looking
We're
at
Toto headquarters on another field trip.
Toto's pretty great, I gotta say. They're not like really looking at other things, but I wish they would, honestly, because there's so much of sort of modernization, I would say, that this game does to the sort of the more like traditional Zelda formula that I think is a big improvement.
Yeah.
And that might be a little blasphemous to say because it's like, well, that's a classic. That was invented for this game. You know, Zelda invented this thing. It's like, well, you could take an inspiration and still do something new and different and make it, feel good.
Yeah.
And that's what this game did. So
they do spend a lot of effort into matching the art style with the content of the game.
Yes.
So I'm sure that would be part of the conversation as well. It's like, all right, it's a cool art style, but that alone doesn't make it the right choice for us. And like they really do agonize over these decisions, and like they've gone on the record of like going into great, like, remember when Breath of the Wild came out, like how much we were talking about the gouache art style and the inspirations and the history, and it's like we all became experts in that.
We were like, French paintings, we got it.
Yeah,
let's look at
like a lot of stuff they don't want to talk about. Like they wanted to talk about this.
Yeah,
we're going deep on that.
So I wonder, the art style for whatever next game it is going to be very much inspired by the content. Yeah, the context of that game. So
one more question from Dude Dad Life, who kept the receipts. I'm curious now that you've played through Star Fox, if you would change your ranking that you previously gave it. Before you had given us your ranking based on the demo alone. But I'm curious to see if your ranking has changed. What are your thoughts on the multiplayer? Sorry I missed the meetup this go around, but it sounded like the multiplayer was solid. As always, thank you for all you guys do.
That was a fun meetup when we played the multiplayer mode.
So...
what did we give it? How did we rank it?
We had original Star Fox 64 as S. And I think we were projecting that this could be an A.
This is an A.
I'm willing to bump it to an S, actually. I'm willing to say that it's equal.
Really?
It's at least equal to original Star Fox 64, and the multiplayer gives it a major X factor.
The multiplayer, S factor.
An edge.
S factor.
An edge that the original game doesn't have. It's something really cool that the original game doesn't have.
True.
So
you convinced me.
I'm willing to put those are the two Star Fox games on that tier.
S it is. Yeah. You convinced me.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
So much fun. The multiplayer really was a surprise.
It's amazing. And I've really enjoyed seeing more people coming to that realization of like, oh, I thought this was a throwaway thing. I tried it and now I'm hooked.
I'm so hooked. I want to play it again during another meetup.
It's awesome.
That was really fun.
Yes.
And I want them to add more maps, even though I know they won't.
Don't twist the knife. Thank you again to our Patreon subscribers. Check us out at patreon.com/Kit and Krysta. Get the Adventures of Elliot Spoilercast. Get
Yes.
the Pokemon Go story time. We're doing even more early access on stuff than ever before.
Right. Pretty much all our videos.
So even on stuff that ends up on YouTube, you can watch it before anybody else.
Yes.
As a Patreon subscriber, which is very cool.
Yeah, our big discussion about the physical games, we gave early access on that one, which was, I know that was a hot topic
Yes.
that people wanted to
Pins and needles.
talk about
Yep.
and have a therapy session about. So
Yeah.
that's what we did. We are also on the socials. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Threads.
If you're watching this on video on YouTube, we'd love it if you could subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and leave us a comment. And if you're listening on audio, you can also subscribe over there. Give the podcast a 5-star rating. And if you want to go all the way, leave that written review. Get those brownie points.
A good one.
A good one.
Don't leave a bad
A
review.
good one.
Tell us how much you love us. We know you do. All right, let's shout out some wonderful Patreon community members, starting with Final Boss, Aaron Hash.
There he is.
Wait, he lost his hat.
What?
Oh.
What was that? The Star Fox hat?
Oh, because we redid the set.
Machamp is here. There's no better place to be than
Machamp is gonna, like,
the
punt-
four-armed embrace of
He's gonna
Machamp.
get punched.
I can only dream of that.
in a bed.
Check my fan art.
In your bed.
Yes.
Procopia. Okay, superstars. Eigenverse.
Mike Chin.
Rory Eshke.
VGM Live.
Link the Hero of Winds.
Angela Bycroft.
Thomas O'Rourke.
Kyle LaBeouf.
Andrew Uhas.
Chris Shuri.
Master Discord.
Travis Torline.
Amazon Poke Gamer.
Art Burns.
Kitten K.
Nathan Clover.
The Shark Among Men.
Rain Tech.
Kiss My Flapjack.
Paul Gale Network.
Cameron.
Catsley Nerdy.
Zuberf.
David Williams Conky Gamers.
And David.
Welcome, David.
2 Davids.
Yes.
In 1 month.
David and
Exciting.
David.
David and David.
Wow. David has a very interesting background doing a lot of work with Nintendo of Europe.
Yes, he's got the
on
knowledge.
Localization and such. Very
really-
interesting
yeah.
talking to him and
Yes.
getting to hear his side of things.
Yes. Welcome to the community.
Welcome.
We'd love to have you. All right, One Up Club. Here we go. Aaron Burgundy.
AdCool 2000.
Adrian W.
Age 1000.
Ian Evelyn.
Ali Alejandro.
Ali McLovin.
Alejandro Roscoe Borrego.
Andy Robinson.
Angel Aid.
Andrew Jojo.
Anthony Kier.
Chris Aristu.
Art 64.
Artisan 64.
Astro Dev.
Asurax.
Awesome 46.
Barnstorm.
Bates.
Berserker.
Bob Clayton.
Boost Toast.
Brandon Kavapel.
Broback Novak.
Cashew.
Cedric Benson.
Shadir.
Chelly Squirrel.
Kai X.
Crispy Saurus.
Christopher Lay.
Chunky Conga.
Colleen Finnegan.
Cool Blue.
Connor.
Cosmic Titan 718.
CP Coaster Lover.
Captain Alex.
C Roper 17.
Cruz and Garza.
Cyan Folds.
Daffers.
Dog DeLeo.
Dallas E.
Dane.
Dennis M2.
Doghead.
Doinko.
Dre.
Dr. Saturn.
Dubs 496.
Doodad Life.
Eccentric Tony.
Elite Peach.
Eric Baxter.
Esports 50.
Furbound.
Fernie and Jess Forever.
Fox Deploy.
Funky Fresh.
Gabriel Velez.
Gamer Nerd 78.
Gary.
Garth the Wolf.
Gartooth.
Gianni.
Guilty Phoenix 42.
Gunnico Joe.
Hannah is Funky.
Heyo Jose.
Iris Marin.
It's your boy Jay Hov.
Ivan.
Jay Rando.
Jabros.
Jack Albert.
Jahari Garcia.
Jake the Snake 22X.
Jameson Eisenberg.
J Bar.
Jerry 92602.
Jim Wakelin.
JLP Second.
Joe Encarnacion.
Jonathan Rowe.
John Comboy.
Jordan Hemmerly.
Joris.
Joshua Clemens.
Gigi Fruit.
Justin Lemminger.
Jay Wolf.
Kaylin.
Katie Estep.
Kawa 2796.
Kevin Delane.
Katrina.
Oh no.
Kay Hooper. Kilo Kibo. Christy Eckert.
Kyle Gamer Berry Rookie.
Kyle 325.
Kyle Kretzer.
Larry Fitzpatrick.
Lazy Cat for a Coffee.
Leah Rao.
Lex.
Litton.
Luke Hayabusa.
Luna B.
Lynn.
Macho Potato.
Mac the Cat.
Mad Dog 5981.
Magnificent Easy G plus Callie Marie.
Mario Man 392.
Marky Man 64.
Mary Cohen Colson.
Mateus.
Maverick Nate.
Megan.
May plus Leon.
Michael Mazer.
Michael Wong.
Mikey Macaroni.
Mr. Ryan 07.
Motomania.
Mr. Andy Pong.
Mr. Beans and Dip.
Mr. Bendu 101.
Mr. Underscore.
Mytran.
Nasir.
Naif E.
Nigbia Reeves.
Ninbendo 64.
Ninja 11.
Ninja Black Belt.
Novaroo.
One of a Kind.
Pangy.
Patrice Millette.
Pave the Way.
Peach Booty.
Paramar.
Prime Factor.
Prince Charmless.
Pia Switch.
Punky.
Quintet.
Reckless Thomas.
Rob M.
Rob O.
Rob Y.
Robbie DLC.
Romsky 113.
Rocks.
Ryan Haas.
Rhinetta.
Salkin 20XX.
Scott Seward.
Sebastiano Garase.
Sharif Jackson.
Shinryu.
Shiny Elizabeth.
Slowbro.
Shump.
Schnozzle.
Spacey Boot.
Spicy Munchkin.
Star Fox Jubilation.
Stuart Radley.
Swambow.
Pseudo Priest.
Sharita.
21 Sick Productions.
Tales of Link.
Talica.
Tamer.
Tamer rhymes with hammer.
Tanuki Dragon.
Tay120 and 64. And now you are so flummoxed.
Wait a second. Why
Wait.
is there another one?
Yeah, that's right. This is new.
Tamer rhymes with Hamer.
Oh, you can do it now, I see. Interesting. Teal Fox 64.
No. Wait, this is so mean.
Interesting.
The Kagers.
The quiet one.
Thomas Alvarez.
Three Rivers.
Torcheeks.
Totally Joe Ed.
Tedamaru.
Trajawi.
Trevor Collins.
Tug's Puppy Bear.
Tescu.
Ty Bear the Bear.
Tyler Geis.
Victor MK.
Vidgmictor.
Vinny O Games.
Viridian.
Neutral Bot.
Waffles.
WG Grizzy.
Wicked Davy.
William George.
Yammy.
YJ Choi.
Zach.
Zelgrath.
Zapati.
And Zero Link. You got.
Whoa. Who are you? Tamer.
There's some interesting developments in the One Up Club list. Also,
Tamer.
Art 64, not the same as Artisan 64. Two different people.
Interesting.
Fascinating developments in the community.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
Tamer.
Yes.
Tamer and
Your mind is reeling.
David and David.
You lost a debate. You're dealing with
No,
this.
I
Oh
won
my gosh.
the debate. And
I won.
I was wearing the gold medal, and then Tamer rhymes with hammer or whatever.
This is Stephen A. I'm about to drop the hammer on you in this episode right now.
Get this camera on me
Get the camera
now!
on me right now.
The camera's on you. It's been on you.
Bye.
Wide shot. Oh, okay, bye.